Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Let's see. Already 73 people in the chat. It's Wednesday night. It's 10 o'clock. It's turned out to be a bit of a crap summer in the United Kingdom. Every day is raining, but so what? I've got you really great people for company, and I've got a nice cold Kronenberg. There you go. A nice cold Kronenberg. Okay. So let's see who's here. Pinball, good evening. Cy London, Dutch Farang, I am Tilt, Delboy K. Delboy K. Have you packed for Romania? Yeah, packed for Romania. I've only got this. The size of my backpack. I could probably pack it in about 2 minutes. Thanks anyway. US Marine, David Mahoney, on call. Good evening, mate. Darren Will. Darren Mills, William Barnes, McLaren F1 race, nice to hear from him. Dixie Enormous, Will Barnes, Asteroid, Del, Brian Beavers, I'm not going to repeat that name, US Marine, even though I say it myself, bloody time, but not at the start of the show. Neil Fleet from a wet and windy Wavertree, okay. Nice to hear from you, Neil. I've got to get this. This is a great title, great name. This is yummy, lovely stuff. Steady Eddie time. Okay, nice to hear from you. That one guy, Eddie, is getting fit in the exercise bike, getting down to fight weight. Do you know something? 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. I've actually gone on the exercise bike. And nobody's forced me. No one's held the gun to my head and forced me to get on the exercise bike. I've just done it willingly, both times in the evening. So I've had an unbelievably lazy, physically lazy last 5 weeks since I come back from Thailand. I really, really, really have. And I know that I said I was going to do exercise and get in shape and all the rest of that kind of stuff. But funnily enough, yesterday, I felt a bit of a spark. I thought, you know what? I feel like doing some exercise. So I actually got on the I done my press-ups and I went on the exercise bike and it felt great. And today I got on it for half an hour while I was watching somebody doing a live stream on it. And it felt great. Okay. I feel good. And now I'm drinking a beer. Okay. 117 people in the chat already. That's great. Sorry about this. This chat really does go fast. Delayed Dave, Poppy Cone. Good evening, Ed. What are you cooking tonight? Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. Poppy Cone, good evening. What are you cooking tonight? Well, you know what, the thing about when you do finally get around to doing a little bit of exercise, it makes you not eat that much because you think you put all the hard effort into the exercise, so you don't want to spoil it. I know that I'm drinking a beer now and all that. But I'll tell you something. My bloody problem with food is that I love toast. I have to have toast with everything. I have when I have a bowl of soup, I have to have 3 pieces of toast with the margarine on to dip into the soup. Last night I had a lasagna, a very, very, very nice lasagna from Asda, which I had to deliver. Bloody good stuff. It's one of the more expensive, not the cheap and nasty version, but the more expensive lasagna. And it really, really is tasty. Only about 4,500 calories. I bunged it in the oven after the live stream. And I thought to myself, I have toast with lasagna. But the thing is, lasagna, it's not that many calories. It's the bloody toast that really piles the calories on. So I need to stop doing that. So willpower. I put the lasagna in the oven. And when it's finally done, wow, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I thought, shall I or shan't I? I can't have my lasagna without having loads of toast with it as well. But willpower, I thought, no, I'm not going to have the toast. I just had the lasagna, and it was beautiful. Okay, so that's what it's the simple things like that that help you to lose weight. Just cut out all of these superfluous stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see. Tony Foley, nice to hear from you. You either like a meal or you don't. Let's go. Okay. Jet Hopper, nice to hear from you. Oh, Jesus, Jet Hopper. Correct, the way these bloody flights are cancelled left, right, and centre. Then Traveller, Evening Eddie, hope all is good. It is pretty good. The fact is that in 2 weeks' time, I am heading out to Romania. Now, this another channel, the live channel, Steady Eddie Live. That's doing quite well. Now, as I explained yesterday on that channel, you know, you're seeing all of these flight cancellations and massive queues at airports, and the prediction that this is going to go on for months and months, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon. And you know, I woke up yesterday, I seen it on the news, more flights being cancelled, including a few from the airline that I'm flying with to Romania. And I just thought, you know, I haven't had the dreaded email yet. The dreaded email, Mr. Sweeney, your flight has been cancelled or whatever. The flight is still there in a couple of weeks. Now, I won't bang on about it too much because I did my live stream last night. But in the last week or so, when this has hit the headlines, it's been half term. It's been, you know, a bank holiday. Now, I'm going in a couple of weeks from now at a time when there's going to be really no families going abroad. I think it's the families and the package holidays. They seem to be what's causing the delay. I'm heading to Romania. I'm a solo traveller, and I'm going during school term time, so there shouldn't be any families or kids there. I think it's a good time to go. In 2 weeks' time, that should be a far better time to be travelling than at this moment in time. So, fingers crossed. I'm just hoping it all goes. But you know, 2 weeks' time, I should be on that flight. In fact, 2 weeks from now, a couple of weeks from now, I should be arriving in Bucharest. Pele, good evening. Daniel Kelly, nice to hear from you. US Marine, Delboy, Ian UK, big up steady. Kipax, Paul Kane, nice to hear from you all. Judge for around that Cronenberg looks kind of dark. No, nice. Maybe it's the glass. I have washed the glass. Let's see. Martin Saunders. Hi, Eddie, from Marty in New Zealand. Cheers, mate. Okay, nice to hear from you, Martin. Nice to hear from you. It's only you just love these names. Brilliant. Full credit to you, whoever's doing this. Co-op pizzas are crap. Okay. Good evening, Eddie. Good evening to you too. Oh my God! They actually got back to you know, that terrible review about the deluxe pizza. It did get back to them. Pretty sure it did. Let's see now. Where are we now? Where are we? Okay. Did my chat jump? Jamie Sinclair, John White, a Scotsman in Asia. Okay, well done, Scotland. Even Eddie, my flight's booked for January. Got a good deal, £454 from Dublin to Bangkok via Abu Dhabi with Etihad. Now, was that a return? Because if that's a return, and that seems really, really good. That's not what I paid for Emirates. It's about a similar price. I'm assuming that's return. So well done, mate. Those Middle Eastern airlines, they are pretty good. Bent over. Happy evening for Norway. Okay, happy evening to you. Paul Kane, looking fantastic, mate. What, me or the Cronenberg? Annie Gregan, are you back in the UK now? Are you settling in okay? Well, yes, and I'm not really. I've been back for 5 weeks. And in another couple of weeks, I'm on my travels again. I've got a flight. I'm heading to Romania for a month, assuming it all goes well. I actually booked my National Express ticket today. You know, I've been deliberately delaying that because I've been dreading that email coming through. You know, we've had to cancel your flight, but no, the flight still stands, and I haven't heard anything from the airline or anything like that just yet. So I think that flight should be okay. So I actually booked my my National Express coach today, the return ticket, the return from to where I'm to the airport, and from home to the airport anyway, and return. That was about 70 odd quid. That's about double the fare of the airline ticket. But I just, no problem paying that at all. Great value as far as I'm concerned. I just don't want it to cancel. I don't want any bad news. Let's see. Okay. Who's this one here? Red wine. Yes, that's bloody good value. What are you drinking tonight? I'm drinking Cronenberg. Okay. I like a bit of red. Actually, I've got a bit of red wine there. Actually, I might actually. You give me an idea there. Sean Griffiths, Yogi Bear, good evening to you all. Dixie Normus, Paul Hoskin, Margarine, I use butter. I'd rather have butter on toast. That seems better, but it's a bit, margarine's better for you, especially if you have like flora margarine. Butter, there's too much cholesterol in it. It's too, it's a bit too there's too much cholesterol in it, really. I'd rather have butter, but I think margarine is, you're better having none of it, really, aren't you? Catch and comfort. Yesterday was roast potatoes. Today it's toast. I love roast potatoes and toast. What kind of that's not the El Terrifico who usually comes in the chat. I know that's a different one. Mark Oleg, good evening to you, Mark. Nice to hear from you. 4:05 p.m. in here in Minnesota. 4:05 p.m. Well, I bet you're having better weather than what we're having here. I mean, the fact is that right here, right now, I know you said it was sunny the other day here. Oh, it's dreadful. I mean, we're now by this time of the year, we've usually got at least one inkling of a heat wave coming on. At one inkling, there hasn't been any. Today was that sly weather, absolutely sly. I really wanted to get out and do things today. Today was that sly weather because it was showery weather. It's nice and sunny one moment, and just when you think, okay, I'll put my coat on and go out, it starts piddling down with rain. I want to get away from this climate. Glenn, good evening, Eddie. Relatively new viewer here. I'm really enjoying watching your videos. They are entertaining and unapologetically real. Definitely a good watch. I'll drink to that. Thanks, Glenn, anyway, and welcome aboard. Thank you. Lieutenant Columbo's glass eye. Lasagna and toast are pure carbs. You won't lose weight eating carbs, mate. It's all about calories, though, isn't it? I mean, the thing is, if you can, a lasagna is about 450 calories. That's not a massive amount there. It's when you start bloody adding toast to it. That's when you double the calories, So if you can eat a lasagna without bread, I mean, bread is fattening. It's fattening. Toast is fattening. Delboy K, Eddie to intermittent fasting. It's boring, a bit boring there. The rookie Cameron, how's it going, Eddie? What's the beer tonight? It's Cronenberg. So listen, just to let you know, my other channel, Steady Eddie Live, I've done a live stream the last couple of nights, Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully going to do one tomorrow night as well. this on this channel on a Wednesday. So I'm banking out these live streams and I'm getting a great response. The thing is, what you're going to understand is that travel, this is a travel channel. Travel is only one subject, and sooner or later, you can end up running out of ideas. And so, I mean, right now in the travel world, there's not a great deal to talk about. We've got a little bit to talk about, a couple of topics tonight, but there's not a great deal to talk about. The good thing is, on my other channel, there's lots of other subjects. I done one last week celebrating Clint Eastwood's 92nd birthday. We also had a bit of a laugh talking about the royal family. And what was the other one? Another one the other night anyway. I can't remember what it was now, but it's the other channel. There's more subjects in, and it's going well, that one. I'm up to 1,200 subscribers on that channel now. And last night I had over 120 in the chat, which is good for the channel that's just building itself. Oh, God almighty. D. Redondo, you could switch toast for salad, even a few cucumber Oh, God, I couldn't imagine anything worse. I know it's good for you. I know that's good. I can't bloody eat salad. Just if you put it at the side of a plate of chips, I might, I'm having a meal, I might just eat it. That's bloody rabbit food, that is. That's for rabbits, that is. I can't do that. Neil Lancaster, off to Bulgaria in 2 weeks. Really, Neil? Good for you, mate. Good. I went to Bulgaria many, many years ago. I was a bit unfortunate. It was in the month of September. And Sofia, I didn't like Sofia, but I went to the Black Sea coast of Varna. It was a bit unfortunate because it was raining then, and I wasn't able to really see the beaches. But a place called Veliko Tarnovo, which is a lovely historical town. It's good. It's a good place. Good place. Good place. Well worth a visit. Maybe you've been there before. Maybe people who go to Bulgaria tend to go there quite regularly. Because it is good value. Ginger Joe, nice to hear from you, mate. Jack Booker, going to Pattaya in 2 weeks. Whoa, good for you, man. Look, this is the subject that I wanted to talk about. Perhaps people can tell me. I'm not really getting the information. I've tried to get a bit of information, but it's not easy. The question is, are the masses coming back to Thailand right now at this moment in time? Bearing in mind that this is low season. It's a very, very different low season in Thailand, simply because, we've come out of the pandemic, and the belief was with some people that because, people are being really starved of a decent holiday in Thailand, now that it's opened up again, people are going to start flooding back. And I don't really believe that. I think they'll start flooding back maybe November or December, when the peak season comes. So maybe people can tell me, are the masses returning to Thailand at this moment in time? I know there's a number of people who watch this channel who have been to Thailand. David R, he's just spent a month there. Let me see now. Okay. Okay, no, apologies if I miss anyone, because this just go quite fast there. Paul Kerr, good evening from down. Okay, Leeds is here. Ginger Joe, the cheapest to Bangkok I ever did was Ukrainian Airways with 4-hour stopover at Kiev. A single £220. That's a single £220 in 2018. Well, that's good. That sounds bloody good. Well, I thought my flight with Scoot Airways. All right, I know it was basic, but it was comfortable enough. For 270 quid, £271 from a direct flight from Bangkok to Gatwick. I thought that was pretty good. No problem with that at all. Carl Anderton, off to Pattaya next weekend. Hopefully no problem at Manchester Airport. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to you, mate. Anyway, good luck. I hope you've got no problems as well. I hope all these bloody problems dry up pretty soon. Dutch Farang, I thought Dutch had a bread problem, but the English are worst. I love toast. I just love toast, but the fact is it's not really good if you want to lose the weight. Ginger Joe, Eddie Littles, 1879. Their version of Kronenberg, $2.99 and a canny sup and a canny sup. Oh yeah, very, very nice. thing is, I'm actually not going to big supermarkets anymore. I last week I had a delivery from Asda. 130 quid I paid for it. They delivered it. That was about 30 quid for food and about 100 quid for alcohol. I don't believe Lidl's actually do a delivery. So I've been shopping online in recent times, and big supermarkets, they're the last thing that I would not do online. But I kind of enjoyed doing that, booking that on Asda. I'll have this, that, and the other. 3 cases of Kronenbergs and Magnus cider and all the rest. It was good fun. Under the sun, let's see. Under the sun. Good evening, Eddie. It's been a long time. Hope you well. I'm okay. I'll be all right when I arrive in Bucharest in a couple of weeks' time. Right now, I've got my flight booked, my return ticket for a month. I've got my National Express coach booked. I left that a bit later in case they cancel that flight. But one of the reasons that I thought I've got to do, someone mentioned it yesterday in the chat. One of the reasons I've got to do it is that round about the time that I'm going, there's going to be some rail strikes in England. Just when you thought I couldn't get anywhere, there's going to be some rail strikes on certain days. So there's going to be rail strikes on certain days. So what I'd better do is book my coach ticket, because all the people who would have got the train maybe getting the coach instead. So I just thought I'd better book it now. So I've got my coach booked, I've got my flight booked. I've also got the first 4-night hotel in Bucharest booked at a very nice looking hotel close to the city centre, and that's 30 quid a night. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I just hope it all goes well. I don't need any setbacks. Alan Molderdale, how long before the mask ban on flights? I think it has been. I think it has been lifted, hasn't it? But I think you still have to wear masks on flights, don't you? I can't keep up with all of these rules, to be honest with you. McLaren F1 race. Hey, I hope that wasn't a real pedo last night. I rather wrote, I just wanted to protect you guys. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. Paul Hoskin, butter too expensive to use as lube. It's £1.60. Butter too expensive. Have you been bloody watching Last Tango in Paris? Is that what you've been doing? Have you, Marlon Brando and what was her name, Maria Scheider, or whatever her name was? She had a hairy womanly bit. What they did with butter, Paul Hoskin. Oh my God Almighty, you're unbelievable. Lieutenant Columbo's glass eye. Cholesterol is a myth. You need it to function properly. Okay, yeah, that's good comment. Touch Farang, yes, mayonnaise is a killer too. Mark Hollick, sunny and 77 degrees Fahrenheit here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Do you know something? I think I've given up on British weather. I really, really have. I mean, it's like it's a week into June now. A week into June, we haven't seen a couple of sporadic days, and that's about it. We haven't seen anything like that in this country yet. I think that might be good, because what I always say is that the law of averages says that if you get a nice dry spring, you tend to pay for it with a crap summer in this country, and vice versa. If you get a wet spring, then the summer will probably be pretty good. But I'm just glad that I'm going to be going on an airplane pretty soon. She had a hairy muff. I do like the hairy stuff. I love these titles. Hi, Ed. When's your flight to Romania? It's in a couple of weeks. Can't wait. In UK, Ed, did you know Romania has the tallest wooden church in the world? Fact. Oh, that's good. So then I won't bang my head when I go in. RJ Austin, evening, Ed. I just returned for 1 week in Turkey. No flight or baggage issues either way. But what I want to know is why Turkish food is so disgustingly bad. some people like Turkish food. You know something? I sporadically lived in Turkey for many years. I had a place out there, and I used to spend maybe 3 months at a time. You know, sporadically out there. I never really ate much Turkish food. There's a couple of dishes. Don't ask me to mention what they are. There's a couple, you know, Turkish meatballs and stuff. It depends where you go, really. It depends where you go. What I tended to find is that it's like a lot of places. You go certain resorts and you just can't get a good meal anywhere. Whereas if you eventually find a restaurant that you do like, then I tend to make a note of that one and tend to stick with it. I'm not a fan of. Some people love Turkish food. Personally, I don't like kebabs. I've never had a decent kebab yet. Whereas in Greece, their version of a kebab is called gyros, and that is lovely. That is absolutely lovely. I really, really enjoyed it when I was out there. I don't know, each to their own, mate, each to their own. One of the problems with Turkey as well, another thing, what I did notice that they have a tendency, some places, not all of them, they have a tendency, you have to watch those waiters bringing you things that you haven't really ordered. I went into one little restaurant in Antalya. I wasn't based in Antalya, but I went in this little restaurant there, and the opportunistic waiter came up to me and said, "We have bowls of stuff. Like, you like a bit of this yogurt, you have a bit of this, that, and the other." And I said, yeah, throw a bit of that on there. And then they bloody charged me for it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, buggers. Well, I didn't go back in there. Nick Flaherty, gluten in bread, not good for me anyway. Paul Hoskin, there's a 6-pack of crumpets. I bet you've had plenty of crumpets in your time, mate. Canary spreads his wings. Do you know where you're going after Bucharest, Steady? I don't know. I'm either going to go that way or that way. I mean, what it is, I want to visit Transylvania, but I also want to visit the Black Sea coast, and they're in opposite directions from each other if you're in Bucharest. So I think. I don't know yet. I either go from Bucharest to the heartland of Romania, Transylvania way, and then later come down to the coast, or go to the coast first. And I haven't decided yet, but I'm really looking forward to. What I'm uplifted about Romania is that I've heard a few times that their internet is really, really, really good. So I'm hoping to do quite a few outdoor live streams. I'm looking forward to doing that. Really looking forward to doing some. Get a Romanian SIM card and do some outdoor live streams. I really hope all that works well. Melton Mowbray pork pie. I'm great for weight loss. Trust me, absolutely. Thank you. Let's see. Landon gone. Eat more salad, man. Your colon will thank you. Oh, God almighty. I do need to eat more salad. I do need to eat more salad. Let's see. Where are we now? Sorry if I'm skipping the chat. There's an awful lot of... I'm well behind in the chat here. Well behind in the chat. Let's see. James Walsh, do you find your flights on Skyscanner, Eddie? I do. I tend to find, I'm more familiar with Skyscanner, so I do tend to find them on Skyscanner. Having said that, I've had a couple of those companies. I've had, run-ins with them. So Skyscanner is a search engine. Let's see. David Coleman, we still must be tested at the airport in Toronto. It's madness. I think that's the same with America, isn't it? David R., who appears in these chats, he's left Thailand. And I think, I think he's had to have a PCR before. And I don't know, mate. David Coleman, nice to hear from you anyway. We still must be tested at the airport in Toronto. Well, as far as I know, I assuming the flight's okay, I will be able to go to Romania without anything. Maybe I'd still probably show my double vaccination certificates, but as far as I know, there's no issues at all. Really nice to hear from it. Brian Cabot, Hi, Eddie. Do you get cheap insurance if you have a small penis? No, they charge me double length, mate. Okay. LMFAO girl. Hi, sweet sugar daddy. I just back home, okay? Do you know something? Do you know something? This lady here has got her own little YouTube channel. Nice YouTube channel. And it's well worth checking out. I kind of, I glanced at it the other way. No, actually, to be honest with you, I've actually been subscribed to her channel for quite a while, and I have looked a bit, and it's go and have a look at her channel. If it's the same one, go and have a look at her channel. Nice to hear from you, young lady. Anyway, nice to hear from you. James Walsh, yeah, okay, we've already done that. Yeah. LMFAO girl, nice to see you. Oh, nice to see you live as well, baby. Okay. No flirting on the live stream. Bent over, Bulgaria, sunny beach, almost 20 years ago. Fantastic antelopes on the beach and good value for money. I never made it there, mate. I went to Varna, but it was raining, you see, so the beaches never actually came about. Brian Cabbage, yeah. I bet you said about your head there. Okay. Kawasaki 59. I'm in Thailand in August. All restrictions gone by them. Yes. Staying for 4 months, Eddie. Get back. Leave the UK cold, my friend. Well, from I've just done 4 months in Thailand. You know, I think that's enough for a while. Good luck to you, mates. Good luck. I hope it all works out for you well. Paul Loskin, I go to the zoo to remind myself what a camel toe looks like. Okay. Yogi Bear, I see Cambodia has declared they are anti-virus free first in Asia. Yeah, let's hope that's the case. Let's hope that it's all a thing of the past. We've got new problems to deal with right now. Ugh. Graham Johnson, Aldi and Lidl both do online deliveries. Lidl do online deliveries? I've never seen one where I live. I know there's a bit of Lidl's, but I don't think they do where I live. Nice to hear from you anyway. Chris Walsh, flight prices are so high because people are paying them. Okay. Well, mine was. My flight, assuming that it all goes to plan, is £36.50 return from London to Bucharest. Yours travels 30 quid in food and 100 quid in booze. That's when you know you have a problem. I've never denied it, mate. Never denied it. David Barner, flying to Thailand at the end of the month, looking at flights for December, but the price still high. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and I'm hearing this all the time. John Mitch, nice to hear from you, John. Thailand has gotten too expensive for rumpy pumpy. I've been visiting Colombia where it's 1/3 of Pattaya cost for rumpy bumpy. I cannot afford the Thai prices on my pension. Oh, fair enough, fair comment. Where do you go in perhaps you'd like to tell us, John, where do you go in Colombia exactly? Is there a beach resort similar to Pattaya or whatever? Perhaps you'd like to tell us. I'm sure we'd all like to hear from it. LMFO, Gail, nice outfit. Get up and show me more. Lol, kiss. Kiss to you too, my love. I'll get up and show you, really. Not the outfit. Let's see. David Coleman, yes, the Chinese are taking over Thailand, building a new rail line. Okay, don't want to get into politics. Owen, Eddie, when in Thailand, you said you were going home because you were fed up drinking and wanted to get healthy. How's that going? At a snail's pace, okay. Do you know what? I like to think of myself as a doer. I like to, there's thinkers and there's doers. I like to think of myself as a doer. If I say I'm going to travel somewhere, then, I want to have a change of plan. I'll get up and I'll do it. The problem is the one thing which I tend to backtrack on, I've got a terrible habit, is getting fit and losing weight. It's the easiest thing in the world to say, but not the easiest thing to do. I'm getting on. I'm. It's all about discipline. It's mind control over your food. We all eat too much food, and if you need to lose weight, you know, when you're cooking, why have two roast potatoes when you can have 10? It's you've got to psych yourself up to accepting less food. Like I did last night when I was having that lasagna. I was so tempted to have 3 pieces of toast with it, but I gave the toast a miss and I just had the lasagna, and I felt good for it. Cats and good coffee. Hello, handsome men. Okay, that's the plural there. Simon Eyes, 41. Evening, Eddie. Hello, everyone. Nice to join you all again. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. David Coleman, margarine, it's a lot better as lived than butter, and it's a lot cheaper. Okay. Andy T, evening, Steady. Looking forward to seeing you in Bucharest. I think. Well, it's about 29 days that I'm out there. Let's see, Bucharest. I'll be starting and finishing in Bucharest. We'll be heading to the Black Sea coast and maybe a couple of other places. I'm not quite sure how many places I'm going to be visiting just yet, but I'm I've had me rest now. I'm starting to feel a little bit healthier now. I've been on the exercise bike the last couple of days, and I'm feeling I can go walking through Bucharest and other places with my mobile phone doing live streams. I can't wait. I'm so enthusiastic about it. I will be absolutely gutted right now if I get that email from the airline. Sorry, mate, we've had to cancel your flight. I really don't need. No, I want to be on that flight in a couple of weeks' time. Skeptic Frog, did you buy that clobber on Kosan Road, Mr. Critters? No, I bought it at the end of. I don't know if it's still there. There's a shop at the end of Second Road, roundabout before you hit Pattaya Klang. If you're on Second Road in Pattaya and you're heading towards Pattaya Klang, there's a shop there on your left, and he sells all these kind of t-shirts, and I like them, and they're funky and colourful and whatever. And yeah, I like it. I don't know if that shop's still there. This was a few years ago. Patriotist, ladies in Bangkok want 4,000 baht long term. It's not that cheap anymore. You also need to buy lady drinks and yeah, I know. I've done a video of it, mate. There is a video there. Eddie Parker, travel rules is an app which tells you whatever. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Eddie, if you're into cooking, don't follow James Martin's recipes. Okay, fair enough. Now let me just see if I can get the chat without jumping. All right, there's something else that I want to talk about. Okay. Mark Ollick. I'll leave that one on the screen. Everyone press the thumbs up for Eddie. Cheers, Mark. Cheers, Mark. Nice to hear from you, mate. It's been on my streams the last couple of... My Steady Eddie live channel is a good little community. It's a good little community. I managed to do live stream because there's other subjects to talk about. I feel, come on a bit more regular. So if you haven't joined Steady Eddie Live, check it out. We've had a bloody good laugh the last couple of nights. We really, really have. So another thing that I wanted to mention, it's another subject matter away from queues and airport cancellation, all this kind of stuff. There's something else. What does anyone think about this new law that's come out in Thailand about the data protection? Anyone got any? Do you think that's nobody's mentioned this in the chat? Do you think that this is going to make it difficult for YouTubers? What it is, a lot of countries have had data, protection laws brought in, including England. But this one supposedly says that if you are out filming people without their permission, then you're going to get in you're going to have some serious problems if they report you to the police, and you can get a hefty fine, or even if it escalates, you can even go to prison for it. So I'm just kind of wondering, has anyone got any opinions on this? The fact is, when you're out filming, there's going to be other people. You're filming in public. There's going to be people in your film who were not consenting, and you just, they may even accidentally be in the camera. But in Thailand, there is now a law that says that you're not allowed to do this. And I wonder, is this going to affect YouTube vloggers, especially in places like Pattaya? And don't forget, Pattaya it's predominantly a red light city. And the guys there don't want to be filmed, and the girls don't want to be filmed. Nobody wants to be filmed there. So I'm kind of wondering, how much, is it just people just going to ignore it, or but it seems to be a serious issue. Just wondering if anyone's got any opinions on that. Delboy K, excuse me, please, while I enjoy my steak. Yeah, okay, hope it choked you. No, just kidding. Johnny B, what's on your itinerary for Romania then? Where's on the menu? Well, there will be Bucharest, the Black Sea coast, and Transylvania. There could be other places. Don't know yet. Don't know. I just want to turn up there. I've been doing a fair bit of research. John Mitch, Patriots #1. No bar fines or lady drinks in Colombia. Well, that's good, isn't it? Have you told us, John, where exactly you go in Colombia? What is the name of the beach resort or wherever you actually go? Because I've been to Colombia, and I traveled through by bus, through Colombia, from the border of Ecuador all the way up to Cartagena. But I didn't actually stop up on a beach. Well, I went to some of those islands. If you're in Cartagena in Colombia, and you get a speedboat from the island, from Cartagena out to the island, oh my God, they are awesome. I mean, you go in the water there, it's like stepping into a hot bath. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. McLaren F1 race, Eddie's Soapies are open now in Pattaya. I watched on a video from a few years ago. They piqued your interest. You passed in the taxi. Within an hour, you probably had a smile in your face. Absolutely. They piqued your interest. Somebody's, it was, there was somebody got me on camera, and let me see. Okay, I think I've I still haven't got this. Let's see. Who's this? 880. Pattaya is the only place for Eddie. Not true at all. It's a big world out there. Let's see. Whatever. Anthony Cavalier. Are you not afraid the world? He goes, don't want to mention the WAR. Don't want to mention the WAR. But you never know how things are going to develop, do you? You got to get on with your life. Corner McLeod, I have a sneaky suspicion that your ass is going to be making buttons until oh jeez, nicely put, mate. Dickie Heads, nice to hear from you, Dickie Heads. Paul Hoskin, you should strain the cucumber first to get all the bits of burnt chips out. Yeah, okay. Daniel Mills, always best to book direct with the airline. Far more supportive if things go wrong. I think the reason why is it that I tend not to book with the airline? I think it's because I think I seem to go some years ago. I've done that in the past, and when you come to phone them up when you've got a problem, they're very, very difficult to get hold of. They keep you hanging on the telephone for an eternity, and I just found that Skyscanner. I'm used to doing it with Skyscanner. Cats and Good Coffee. Skyscanner rules. I love the option that allows you to see a calendar and all the lowest prices of each day. So that if you are flexible, you can choose the cheapest days to fly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Patriots one. I checked flights in June, July to Bangkok. It's it's €1,100. That's about £1,000 with Finnair. Seems like a rip-off. That's strange because someone, the other night was on air singing the praises of Finnair. He said he got it for half that price. Thomas Hancock, nice to hear for you. I had 7 a.m. here in Australia. Okay, have a good day, mate. Dickie, yeah, it's a freaking Eddie is lucky. It could be rain. Oh, good almighty. Co-op pizzas are crap. If you fly an EasyJet, then you've got no chance. The number of cancellations is going up every day. Do you know what? EasyJet seems to be the one where the cancellations are mega. Apparently, Bristol Airport, which is one of the nearest airports to where I live, and I don't like the place. I find it quite awkward to get to, funnily enough. But Bristol Airport is they've had terrible amounts of cancellations. EasyJet flies a lot from Gatwick, and they've I don't know. I'm steering clear of EasyJet right now, to be honest with you. That one guy, Thai ladies miss little Eddie. They certainly do. Tom Easton, end November, 590 with KLM from Dublin to Bangkok. Return end of Jan. That's good. No, that's good, isn't it? That sounds pretty. That sounds more like it. Sounds more like it. Chris B, you got the link. Okay. Give it to Mark Oliver. Give it to me. Give it to me. She yelled. I'm so wet. Give it up to me now. She would scream all she wanted, but I was keeping the umbrella. Good for you. Not like it. Like it, mate. Like it. Sing it in the rain. Pui, Eva Air had offered them flights to Thailand in November for 630. Is that pounds? That's good. We said Eva Air. Not much has been heard of Eva Air recently, has it? I used to fly with them quite a lot. Anthony Cavalier, what's he over the crocodiles in Colombia? I've seen crocodiles in that part of the world. I seen them when I was in Brazil. I went on a boat of a night time with a guide, of course, on the backwaters of the Amazon in Brazil. And the guide said, there's a crocodile there. And he pulled out one of those caiman things, but he'd seen a big one in the distance. There's the eyes. No thanks, not for me. Let's see. Ichigo. Did Eddie's flight get cancelled? No, not yet. David Coleman, Eddie, do you drink every day? Yeah. Water through the night, coffee of a morning, and alcohol of an evening. Oh. Mr. Moody, hi Eddie. I'm flying out of Auckland to Melbourne, Singapore, Bangkok, Chiang Mai. Scoot for the Melbourne, Bangkok, about $1,400 New Zealand dollars with insurance. Well, it sounds like a good flight. I hope that's. I'm not so sure what that is in English money, but good for you, mate. Anyway, if you're happy with that, good for you. Udin Tony, dodgy club at that head. I've never said that I'm the best dressed man on YouTube. Never ever made that claim. Canary spreads his wings. Ryanair have never cancelled any flight I've been on. You should be okay. Yeah, Ryanair does. Not the most likable airline, but they do seem to be. Quite reliable. Lynn Elfson, Eddie is off death row, losing weight. Okay, not really. I wouldn't bother standing on the scales. I wouldn't get too enthusiastic about that right now. Devil's Den, 270 watching, only 60 likes. Hit the like button, guys. Yes, I'll drink to that. Cheers. Pip, it's like night and day, Ed. You're as bright as a button now compared to your last days in Thailand. Welcome back, mate. Okay, thank you. David Coleman, that new law is going to kill tourism 100%. Now, are we talking, David, about what I just mentioned a moment ago about that new data law? I mean, in Britain, if if you go out and you film in public, there's no law against filming in a public place. You can film in a public place. You can take your camera out. If I want to do, let's say, a vlog or a live stream, whatever, I can go out in public in England and do that. And there's no law against it. Even if it catches, pedestrians going by who haven't necessarily consented their permission, there's no law against it. The law comes in if you are lingering that camera on a particular person. That's when you are out of order, and then you can be done for it. Or of course, if you are getting your camera and peeping it in through somebody's window to watch this sexy lady who lives across the road undressing, then it's going to be a problem. But if you behave yourself, there's no law. But in Thailand, it seems to be a little bit different than that. This new law is basically saying that if you catch people on this camera who don't want to be filmed and they report you to the police, you can get into some serious problems. We don't know yet. I mean, it's only just come in, this law, so it's. I'm kind of wondering about all of those vloggers with hidden cameras in places like, but particularly Pattaya. The surreptitious vloggers. How's it going to affect them? Because obviously they hide their face and they don't use the real name. I mean, I use my own face and I use my own real name. But they can still be traced. I mean, I'm sure, you could do a YouTube channel without your real name and hide your face. I'm sure when it comes to the law, you could still be traced anyway. So it's just going to be interesting to see how that pans out. I mean, think about that. I know he hasn't been heard of for a long time. Bangkok 112. I mean, I love Bangkok 112. I thought his videos were great. He was a terrific filmmaker. But I wonder how he would get on now if he tried to do that now with this new law coming along. I mean, because obviously he's filmed people quite explicitly in the past, as is the, what's his name? Thailand Red. They've explicitly filmed people. I mean, if they try to do that now, there could be some serious shit coming along. Just saying. Simon Ice 41. I was looking forward to getting away this year, but with the price of flights, I might stick with Scotland again this year. I can afford it. It's the principle. We'll say, oh, good. I'd love to see Scotland. See, I've never been to Scotland in my life. I'm ashamed to say that, really, because I've always seen images of Scotland, the Highlands and the mountains. And it looks beautiful. It looks absolutely sensational. I think the reason I've never been there is because, I always assume the British Islands, it's going to rain. I would love to. I will visit Scotland one of these days. I will do. Cats and good coffee. The problem is not that we eat too much. The problem is that many foods are designed to be addictive. Sugar is on most foods and bread because it's addictive. We live in an evil world. Well, I'll tell you what was pretty evil. What Asda did to me last week. I spent 130 quid on a shop, yes? And a couple of hours, before they delivered it, we had to make a couple of rearrangements to your foodstuffs. That 6-pack of baked beans that you ordered at 4 quid for the 6-pack, we've had to replace them with sugar-free or low-sugar baked beans. Yeah, without, I thought, so they're not the same. They're not the same. They may be better for you, but they just don't taste the same. So thumbs down to Asda for that. Tell boy K, Eddie, you want to lose weight in the sips of a Thai prison? Yeah, no, thank you. That's not my idea. Jeddah, what happened there? What happened there? Jeddah, just be careful of filming strangers. But when you're out in public, I mean, I'm not one of those surreptitious vloggers that goes around with a hidden camera, a concealed camera, film. I've never ever done that. I'm no angel in that department. I mean, if I'm on a beach and I see a bird in a lovely bikini, I always think to myself, well, I think the guys who watch my YouTube channel would appreciate seeing a bit of that. So I've had a tendency to swerve the camera the other way. You know what I mean? I'm not an angel when it comes to that. I'm not an angel, but I'm not explicit in that way. I once was in Bangkok a couple of years ago before the pandemic, and I went down Soi 4 with Nana and all that, and I took my Canon G7X, yes, and I thought I've got to do some night scenes. I've got to do some night scenes. And do you know, some with my Canon G7, I got some cracking shots of the ladies, some beautiful ladies of the night. I got some wonderful, 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 wonderful shots. And I thought, Jesus, Bangkok 112 would be proud of me. They were. I uploaded them to the computer. And I thought, oh, cracking shots of those lovely ladies. I'm sure the guys who watch my YouTube channel would love to see this. And then when it comes to making video, I didn't want to show them. I just didn't want to show them, because I thought it's too voyeuristic, and it's not fair on those girls. It really, really isn't fair on those girls, because they don't want to be on camera, and some sneaky bastard coming along with a hidden camera, filming them without their permission. It's not quite right. It's just somehow it's not quite right. So I edited the film so as not to show their face. You've got to be you've got to have a bit of a conscience. You have to have a bit of a conscience, really, don't you? El Terrifico, it's wrong to walk around filming people. Yeah. So somebody, a couple of years ago, who watches this channel, I was sort of vaguely familiar with his name. He berated me once because I made a video where I showed hotel staff. I filmed around the hotel, and he said, that's very, very rude to go in there filming people and flashing your camera around the hotel and filming people. That's very, 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 very rude. No, I have to reply to him. It makes me bloody wonder why you bother watching YouTube, and what the hell are you watching for? I mean, and it's at the end of the day, you've got to make a YouTube video, haven't you? You've got to make a YouTube video one way or the other. If you went round, with your camera asking every last person for their permission before you switch the camera on, you'd never get anywhere. It's like it's a scenario that you could use perhaps. If you say, selling double glazing over the telephone, right? If you phone people up, you cold call them, and I have done a little bit many years ago. I've done a bit of that. If you cold call people and you say, "Hello, Mr. Jones," or hello, Mr. Jones. I'm out flogging double glazing. If you was to say to people on the other end of the line, "Are you interested?" Every last one of those people will say no and put the phone down on you. That's what you will never get anywhere. So when you cold call and you don't say, "Are you interested?" because they'll all say no and you'll never get anywhere. You have to make conversation with them and all that. And it's the same when you're out filming with your camera, when you're vlogging. You simply cannot go to people saying, excuse me, I've got a camera here, anyone there object, to me having every last one will say, pedal off, go somewhere else. You just gotta hustle a bit, you know what I mean? You just gotta do that. Ricky, a new way for them to make money through fines. El Terrifico, I don't want to be filmed and show my face. I'm sure no one would want to see it anyway. Okay. K-Pax, it's all hot air, mate. Don't worry about filming in public. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, like you say, if you film in public in the UK, there's no law against that. You are allowed to do that. I've done a few films where I've walked around with a GoPro strapped to my chest. There's no law against it. It's only if you deliberately film someone doing something, if you're obtrusive and you deliberately film someone doing something that perhaps they shouldn't be doing, or they don't want to be caught, then it becomes a problem. Then it becomes a problem. I'll tell you what, the only place where Someone's actually pulled me up for having my GoPro strapped to my chest. It's funnily enough in Turkey, and I think I did mention this. It was in Turkey last week. I wandered through Chalice, Chalice, which is not very nice. That's the worst area of Pattaya, that is. I wandered through there with my GoPro along the beach, and I don't know why, because it was a load of crap anywhere down there. But I wandered up and down the beach with my GoPro strapped to my chest. And the thing is, Turkey as a country, they know all about the GoPro because they have the paragliders, all the paragliders. So they know what a GoPro looks like. And I wandered along Chalice, and I wandered to the other end of the beach. And I sat down, had a cup of coffee, and then I took my GoPro off, and I wondered about some bloody fella. I think he run a taxi company. I said, come tearing out. You're the one who was, it was filming people. You've got a camera. Well, we've had trouble here. And I thought, look, mate, there's no bloody big issue. I'm careful he didn't grab hold of it. I delete it. It's no big issue. I mean, it's challenges a lot of crap anyway. I just thought I'll have my GoPro here. But then I realized the reason that when he said they've had trouble there is because Chalice in Pattaya, that is where the Wongas hang out. These 60-something, divorced women who go out to Turkey, for the holiday with the girls when really they're knocking off all, fellas young enough to be the bloody grandson. That's where they hang out. It's because of the Wongas there. Don't want to be caught in film. So it's, I deleted it anyway. And, you wouldn't want to see Wongas anyway. You wouldn't want to see that anyway. Anyway, she had a hairy muff. I do like that. It sounds like a poem, that, doesn't it? She had a hairy muff. It was feeling kind of rough. Okay, I do like the hairy stuff. Our Romania girls hairy. I'm not out there yet, mate. No, they're not. I think a few that I've encountered are actually of the Kojak variety. They're not. They used to be hairy many years, but now they're of the Kojak variety. And I prefer hairy personally. Let's see. Danish Bacon, you even moved your profile picture out to the. It's not the same one. It's not the same person. It's not the same person. Tom Monroe, looking forward to seeing your videos in Romania. I thank you. I can't wait to get out there. Paul Hoskin, a bar girl took pictures of me as she shaved me once. I'm sure lots of people would like to see that one. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Okay. Let me see. I think I've well. Apologies. Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't realize the bloody bot. Oh, the bot. This appeared on Cheap Charlie's live stream before, didn't it? He gets all over the place, this person. Sorry about that, mate. Sorry about that. Is this a different one? Is this a different one? Because it's up there as well. Apologies for that. Okay, apologies if I've missed anyone. I've been waffling so much. The chat's going so fast. Yogi Bear, I've used it for 10 years. Go put, whatever. I think he's on to somebody else there. Paul Hoskin, it's only really need to know that. Let's see, Dave, the same cream of spam. Yeah, absolutely. He spams everything. He's all over the place, isn't he? This is it. McLaren F1 race. Naked AC once a bit. Well, at least you can make a joke about it, mate. Good for you. Mark Ollie, Eddie won't see the bar for a while. Because I've been waffling on a fair bit. That particular spammer, he gets all over the place. He's on loads of live streams. There's probably it's probably a team effort. Let's see. John W. I think Asda saw the amount of booze you ordered and thought this guy needs help. That's why they sent low-calorie beans. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Gaz77. Susan Boyle turns me on. Do you have a Susan Boyle? No, no. Nice to hear from you, Gaz. Delboy K. Apart from YouTubers, I never understood why people need to record everything. It's like bringing your phone to a concert to record it, but yet miss the whole experience. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, yeah. I mean, when I actually do use a lot of the stuff. I've even got another little old channel where I've filmed. I like when I see live bands in Thailand or wherever. I like to to film them. My mobile phone. It's allowed, but then if you upload that to YouTube, it causes copyright problems. But I've got another little channel. If anyone says Steady Eddie Music Box, where I've managed to do a couple of those anyway. And there's quite a lot of those. I still got quite a lot of those photos. I'll probably be uploading them as well. But yeah, I mean, I've seen before I was on YouTube. I was, all the traveling that I've done. I used to do a little bit of it myself, just filming things. But I've seen people filming. I actually seen some guy filming the rainforests, in Brazil. He's filmed with his camcorder, just filming it and filming it, and filming it and filming it, and all that. And I thought, what's he doing? Is he going to watch this at home? All the rainforest looks the same anyway. If you're there for 5 minutes, I mean, everything that you see in the rainforest, once you get in there, it just looks the same anyway. Mark Hollick, they worry about being on film. We have to deal with those porno. I watched something last night about investigations of scammers who come from India. They send you, and they always, whenever they say, you need to pay us this money, somehow they always manage to bring porno. We know that you've been watching. Oh my God Almighty, God Almighty. Bangkok, one wants to know. We don't really know that. Kipax, anyone stayed at the KTK in Pattaya? Just looking at hotels. 10 days for 252 quid for a massive. That sounds bloody good. That sounds bloody good. Ben, people who don't want to be filmed in Pattaya are mainly people who've got something to hide. Usually don't want their wife at home finding out where they really are. Yeah, I think that kind of speaks for itself, really. Mark Olive, George Orwell, yes. I'm actually all for CCTV. I mean, CCTV has probably solved a lot of crimes, helped out in crimes. I mean, really, the way I look, I don't have a problem with it personally, because I always think if you've got nothing to hide, then, who cares? It cares, really. But some people do have a problem with it. Kipax, wish someone would film me in public. Funnily enough, I appeared on a YouTube video. Somebody mentioned to me on Facebook. I don't remember the guy's name. He's got a YouTube channel, and he was filming around from Sukhumvit down into Nana, and he sent me this message on there. He sent me the video on Facebook and said, "Who's this handsome guy?" 7 minutes into the video, and Jesus, there was me. I'm famous. So I just seen myself on a YouTube video. Okay, comment of the night. Come on, dirty comment of the night. Gaz77. I'm going to be the Prime Minister of Britain in 3 years' time, and I'll make it law that people have to wear dirty grannies' knickers on their heads. Okay. That is the best. That is the best idea, the best policy that I've heard since the Raven Looney Party said they were going to privatise hot air. Well done, Gaza. Mark Ollie, I remember some good VHS films in Van Nuys. Well, yeah, absolutely. I bet you do. ISO man, part of the data protection law says you can't show people on social media without their consent if it is for profit. So read into that what you want. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This is it. If you're then using it for profit, well, this is the law. And it may be a little bit of a storm in a teacup. I mean, but sooner all it'll take is is one person to appear on a YouTube video without their consent and make a big issue of it. And then it'll spook everybody else. It'll put the frighteners on everybody else. We'll see how it pans out. Paul Hoskin. Paul Hoskin, if people want to film me in Pattaya with my blonde wig and pink dress, it's okay with me. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Kipax, just because something isn't law doesn't mean we have to follow it. Rules are meant to be broken. Absolutely. Oh, where we go. We'll go a little bit past that. Delboy K. Delboy K. Eddie, are you going to do any live streams in Romania? If yes, try to interview a few locals. I'd love to do live streams. I don't think I'm going to be taking my laptop with me, this laptop, because it's kind of big and heavy. But I will be taking my mobile phone, and if I can get a good SIM card in there and the internet, I think the internet's going to be pretty good there, hopefully anyway. I'm looking forward. I'll be doing a lot of vlogging. I think they call them IRL in real life vlogs outdoors. On the other channel, the live channel. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Put this one on there. Well, yeah, but yeah, there's a bit of infighting going on there in the chat. I'll tell you what it is. It's time for squeaky door time. See it in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Let me see now. Let me see now. Let me see. Sean Harris, Eddie, do you ever go snorkeling? If you do, could you recommend anywhere? I'll tell you where I once did snorkeling, which was really beautiful, around Krabi area. I was staying in Phuket at the time, and I went snorkeling. We actually went on a day trip around James Bond Island and all those places. I did a bit of snorkeling there, and it was lovely. So yeah, I'd recommend that. Anyway, it's time for one of these. This is a litre bottle of Famous Grouse, and I really do like this whiskey. It's it cost about 20 quid or something like that for a litre, or maybe about 20 quid, something like that anyway, for a litre, and it's bloody good. It's lovely. Time for one of these. Remember when you were at the cinema and the interval came along and they showed you pictures of hot dogs and hamburgers? Time for one of these. Well, you can have one of those and I'll have one of these. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a nice whiskey. Famous Grouse. Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Oh, beautiful. That goes down well there. Very, very nice. Oh, it's bloody good. Bloody, I do like that. I do like that. I usually have one ice cube, one little ice cube of a whiskey. With that, I can drink that, straight. Very, very nice. Paty will you visit Myanmar or Sri Lanka? When the time is right, I wouldn't mind. Mark Ollick, Eddie, were you ever on MySpace? No, to be honest with you, all of these apps and stuff, I'm actually a bit of a latecomer to all of these. It was only about 10 years ago that I really started using the internet, or probably less than that, really. So I've never actually caught on to that kind of stuff. It's only recently that I've caught on to Facebook anyway. But Facebook, after a while, whatever anyone thinks of Facebook, after a while, it's kind of addictive. Oh, excuse me. John W. Eddie, you say you like hairy women. What if she has hairy armpits or legs? No, I just like hairy, womanly bits of the body that are exclusively, for women. Cats and good coffee. I met a Chinese chick today in the metro, but my seduction attempt failed when I said, I've not visited China yet. The closest I've been was connecting flight in Hong Kong on my way to Thailand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm with you there. I think I'm with you. Let's see. Cats and good coffee. As soon as I mentioned Thailand, she stopped talking to me. I've had that, mate. I've had that from British Wongers. They're the same. Let's see. Mark Smith, was that T-shirt shop on Second Row called Mr. Sweets? I don't know what it was called, but it was there for years. If you're on Second Road and, if you're on the left side of the road heading towards Pattaya Klang, then it's there on the left just before you get to Pattaya Klang. It's somewhere around there. I can't remember what it was called, but I actually bought quite a bit of it. Dan, how's the weight loss going, Ed? Slowly. I said, man, with woke and cancel culture, some people don't want to be filmed in Pattaya, as they could lose the job if somebody sees them and reports them to HR. Okay. Bill Clark, hello from Angeles City. Lynn Elfson, you are famous, Eddie. I saw you at Scorebird on another guy's channel. I think you're talking about Wanderlust, the American guy. He came over and I spoke to him. He's a nice guy. Yeah, I actually, that's the same afternoon that I filmed as well. Yeah, I remember that well. And his girlfriend's got a channel called Tiny Island Girl. Yeah, I have seen that. I seem to recall I look very, very fat sitting in that chair. Okay. Gaza 77, the security guy at Asda wouldn't let me in today because I was knickers on my head. Okay. I don't see the problem in filming people if you're not filming the faces. Well, I mean, it's not as if it's deliberate. It's not as if it's deliberate. Let's see. Judge Farang, the HR manager is the same woman who has a flight breeze at Gambia. Kipax, remember LimeWire trying to download porn and ended up with loads of viruses on your PC? Well, you shouldn't be downloading porn. There's plenty of it on bloody Pornhub, but Pornhub's fairly safe. It's safe. You can get it on your internet, not a bloody problem. It's all fairly good. And you've even got Anissa Kate. Anything where you can see Anissa Kate can't be bad. Oh, what a woman. What a gorgeous woman. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to Okay, so I'm just we're fond of, I do believe in fairies. Okay, Russian chicks were fond of getting their knockers out on Pattaya Beach and poolside before social media. Is this still happening, or did YouTube put them off? I've never seen a Russian girl with her knockers out, funnily enough. If there was, I'd be there. Chris X, yo Eddie, how's the dietary? You know, it's not really going very well, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it anyway. I'm getting it. Okay, now let me just see. Let me just see. Okay, so we may have a guest coming on to. We may have a special guest. Now listen, before okay, I think I'm caught up with the chat there. Now, another little thing, just a little. I don't tend to do any games or little little segments or whatever items on this, because on a Wednesday night this is about travel or whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about travel related stuff. On the other channel, Steady Eddie Live, which I'm now doing regular live streams, 10 o'clock at night most weekdays. We talk about other subjects as well, but this is a little item here that I want to do. Little item here that I want to do. Okay, let me see. Create a banner for this one. Let's see. Where are we now? Where are we? Okay, it's not the coolest way of putting things anyway, but a little bit of a segment. Most annoying things when traveling. Okay, now what is the things about traveling that get your goat? Things that you bloody it piddles me off. This I really don't need this. Gets on me goat. And I'm gonna go first. Okay, little things which may seem trivial, but it really does get on your nerves. One of the things that gets on my nerves, how about this? And this is Turkey's the worst one for this. Turkey's the worst one. Drives me bloody crazy. Looking at the menu outside, and then a bloke rushes out. Does that not get on your nerves about traveling? It gets on my bloody nerves. Turkey's the worst one. Usually they have a guy standing outside anyway. You don't need a guy to rush out. But if they're having a quiet patch, you walk past a restaurant and you see a menu outside. You're not really hungry, but you want to see what the menu's all about. You look at the menu, the prices and what they've got to offer and all that. Next minute, when this bloody bloke inside sees you, he runs out to strike up a conversation with, "Hi, my friend, where are you from?" Just looking at the bloody menu. I'm not doing any harm. I'm just looking at the menu. I'm not really that hungry. I just want to know what you've got. I didn't want conversation. I don't want to shake your hand. I'm afraid that I don't know where your hand has been. But Turkey's the worst one for that. Thailand, in a way, can be like that. They don't hassle you so much. But when in Thailand, when you pass by and you glance at a menu outside, somebody as soon as they clock you, they're out, and sometimes you just wish you'd leave it alone. There you go. Someone's got an answer there. Okay, Thai Billy Boy, someone who reclines the seat without anyone. Yes. Okay, I should have put that one down, shouldn't I? Absolutely. So when somebody reclines the seat without any warning, gets away, some bastard. I know they've got every right to do that, but I personally would still ask people's permission. I wouldn't just say, "All right, I've had my meal. I want to go to sleep now." Put the bloody seat right back and squash the poor bastard behind me. I mean, somebody done that on the plane on Scoot Airways. I could have been a big, massive big guy, and that could have gone right into me. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay. Chris X, people who cough and don't cover their mouth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cats and Gaddafi. Mark, I don't want to annoy you. Do you not bore others here that you're not into IT, but it could be chatting you with there for IT stuff. Okay. Let's see. Thomas Hancock. I love you too, man. I love you too. Okay. Kipax, listen to Eddie. I really miss Brookside now. Whatever happened to Brookside? That was good, Brookside. Mark Alex saying, Cats and Good Coffee. Nice chatting with you. Yeah. Okay. Couple of good people, Mark Ollig and Cats and Good Coffee. Mark Smith, dirty cutlery, Eddie. Well, that's not just about traveling. That's universal, that is. That's universal. Nomads overseas. The street hawkers, I think the worst I've ever seen was Vietnam. They literally will walk into places as you're eating your dinner and trying to sell you stuff. Yeah, they will. As they're trying to bloody sell you stuff. It really, I've seen this. I've seen this in all kinds of places. Peru, Peru. You can be sitting in a restaurant and some guy comes in with lots of paintings and he sits down in the restaurant. And he sits down and then he tries to make the eyeballs. He makes conversation and then he comes up and tries to sell you something. He didn't come in the restaurant to eat a meal. He come in there to sell you something. And the restaurant owners shouldn't allow that. When you are a customer, they should look after the customer. They should not allow the customer to be hassled by street hawkers. Yeah, exactly. Chris X, you have to read the menu, look intrigued, and pull a face to piss them off as they walk. You have to read the menu, look and see, and pull a face. Okay, absolutely, okay. Mark Ollig, I still have my Sinclair ZX81. There's not a Clive Sinclair, is it? One of those Clive Sinclair things, is it? John Mitz, Taylor's along Sukhumvit trying to pull you. Taylor's along Sukhumvit trying to pull you into one of their shops. Oh, they are, yeah, a few on the but I think Pattaya's worse for that, isn't it? The Indians, I mean, hi, sir, where are you from? Sorry, mate, not interested. Jesus Christ, God, I've had them following me. Come on, at least take my card. At least take my card, man. At least take my card. Oh, Christ almighty. Get on your bloody nerves. Who's this? Some good answers here. Sorry if I'm scrolling past this. There are some good answers here. Let's see. Paul Hoskin. Fighting for the armrest on the plane. Yeah, absolutely. That's another one. That's a good one. Yeah, you're right there, mate. You're right there. Kipax. Kids piss me off when someone travel. I don't know. We'll make sure that you travel at a time that is not is not during school holidays. That's usually a good way to do things. Some great answers here. Phil Roberts, glass bathroom doors in hotels. Why did they think I want to see my missus to see me having a bloody good. Love it. David Coleman, damn kids on the plane. I can't see. I remember once I was flying out to Turkey because I used to have a place out there. And I was on a flight to Turkey, and I realised I was sitting in a chair where there was a young husband and a wife with a bunch of about 3 different toddlers, and I was sitting amongst them all. And before the plane took off, the air hostess was going past, and I thought, oh my God, I kind of read the road ahead, and I thought, oh my God almighty. And I said to the air hostess, listen, there's a seat over there. There's a seat over there. When he goes, can I go and take that seat over there? Because that seat's vacant. And she said, she kind of read me on. She said, yeah, go and take that seat. So I got another seat elsewhere. And then during the flight, these kids caused pandemonium. They were screaming and running about. Oh my God, it would cause absolutely panic. And I only remember the air hostess passed me and just whispered to me, You were lucky. Yeah, bloody was lucky. But no. I mean, when people travel with children, when they've got pushchairs and all that, I wouldn't like to do that. I wouldn't like to do that. Okay, Chris B, the price the airport charge for food in the UK. Food in the UK. Well, my favourite airport, Heathrow Airport. It's actually not that bad. I think recently things might have changed. I've heard rumours things have changed, but in terms of food and drink, it's not really that bad. The worst ones are bloody Turkish airports. I mean, the cost that they charge, they're in Dalaman Airport and Istanbul, they're an absolute rip-off. Absolute bloody rip-off. Some good answers. There's some good answers coming up here. Ian Bowden, nice to hear from you, Ian Bowden. Nice to hear from you. Hi, Ed, your fat bloke sitting next to you on a long-haul flight, taking the armrest with their arm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had one of those on Scooter, and that's why I moved back. I moved seats. Let's see. Let's just concentrate on this. There's some good answers coming in here. Crowboy and the wife. It must be a same thing, Asian thing. Always calling me Joe. Hey, Joe, drives me nuts. Crowboy and the wife must be an Asian thing. Always calling to me, Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe, drives me nuts. Well, it's probably because you got a gun in your hand, isn't it? Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? I've never been called Joe by Asians. Roy Gold, the UK being the only country that you have to put liquids in a small clear plastic bag going through customs. Is that right? Is that right? I thought all countries done that. Some great answers here. I've got a guest coming on in a moment. If my guest wants to wait a couple of minutes, just a couple of minutes, let's get it, because there are some really good answers coming in here. Kiev bound. Early checkout times in hotels, my pet hate. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I mean, why is it that you have to check into a hotel at 2:00 in the afternoon, and yet you've got to be out at sometimes bloody 10 or 11 in the morning? I mean, that doesn't seem right. I know the maids have got to do their stuff. Let's see, David Brain, sitting next to someone massive on the plane. Well, some people are massive, John Mitch flying business class, and there's a kid crying for hours nearby. There's not much you can do for that. Do you know something? I was once on a flight coming from Brazil. I think that if the flight went from Rio de Janeiro to, I think I went to France. I think I went to France, Paris, which is like a 11-hour flight, something like that. Rio de Janeiro to Paris, and it was a night flight. And all throughout the flight, when people were trying to sleep, there was a kid crying. Right throughout the plane, it's just non-stop for about 11 hours. What can you do? You just got to accept that. You got to accept that, really. There's nothing you can do about it. That's one of those instances where there's nothing you can do about it. Let's see, Chris B. When the wait or waitresses ask you how your meal is 2 minutes after getting it, it gets me mad. But he let me taste it. I've had that. You're sitting there, you're waiting for your meal. You've had a couple of beers. Your meal is finally plonked on front. You put your little napkin, so you don't slobber all down your t-shirt. You finally get your cutlery together. You put salt and pepper on your meal. You're just about to tuck in, and then the waitress says, is it good, sir? Are you enjoying your meal? Well, I haven't bloody started it yet, have I? Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. Okay, Chris X, get in a room with a shit view and 1/8 of sea when you paid top price for the sea view. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Kiev bound, Canadian Express with cheers. We're next in Germany. Get a train over to Austria, okay? Let's see. Now, I've got a guest waiting to come on in a moment. Okay, guest. 1 minute, my guest. 1 minute, my guest. I'll tell you what. I'll bring my guest on right now because he's very patient and he's a really nice guy. And he's been on the show before. It's great to have him on. I will still answer some of these questions because there's some really, 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 really. In fact, I think I'll do this again. I'll do this again because it's a good topic. This we'll bring the rest of it in next week. Okay, we'll bring the next. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my guest on right now. Okay, I'll leave that on the screen and enter the guest. Enter the big, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to the one and only Steph. Hello, Steph. How's it going, mate?
It's great. It's great. Yes, yes. I look a little bit naked now, but I'm a little bit shaved on my head, but it feels cold
Okay.
on my last shaving. But
Yeah,
it's a great topic you have. I love it. I love it. The most
yeah,
annoying things when traveling. I can fill up 2 hours with this topic. 2 hours.
Okay, well, you can write the script for me in that case. I'm going to put the volume up here. Anyway.
No, but I like your answers. I like the answers in the chat.
There are some really. I'm taken aback by this. I didn't realize so many people are going to have some great answers. It's a good topic.
I think the best one was I hate traveling when my wife is traveling with me. That's the most annoying thing about traveling. My wife is joining me.
I didn't actually see that one, Steph, but I'll take your word for that one anyway. So listen, to everybody out there, this is Steff Traveller. Okay, this is Steff Traveller. He's been on the show before. He's got a great YouTube channel. He's got a great Belgian voice. Yes, he's got that real classic late night radio voice. Brilliant. Okay,
I wouldn't say great. Yeah,
he's a good guy. Okay, so. Let's see. Anything else? So how's it going, Steph? How are things with you anyway?
Yeah, it goes from week to week, but I'm doing okay. Yeah.
I actually watched Steph live the other night when he was, shaving his head.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that?
I did actually see it. Yeah, I think it was having my lasagna at the time, so I was
just entertainment.
I mean, do you know something, Steph? I use one myself. I use one. You see so many bald men nowadays. I've got one of those.
It costs you 5-10 minutes, and you don't have to go to the barber, and you save some money. Why not do it yourself?
Yeah, exactly. I paid about 40 quid for my cutter from Amazon, and during that time, I probably would have been to the barbers about 10 times. So. It's probably I've saved money on it anyway. It's just getting around to Steph. You probably don't remember this, but it's something that I necessarily wouldn't want to remember. People in the chat remember it. Yeah, rather not remember it. But the first time that I ever used it, okay, before I went on the chat, my hair was getting out of place, and I went in the bathroom and I done it in the bathroom. First attempt ever. And I thought, well, that looks all right. I got the middle. Yeah, it looks okay. Okay, good stuff. I came on this live stream, and I couldn't believe it. All the chat was going crazy. Eddie, you have a rat's tail hanging out of the back of your head. I didn't actually reach properly, and I thought, I wondered at first, well, what are people? What's the matter? What are they looking at? What are they looking at? The whole chat was going bloody crazy. Oh my
god. You always need a little mirror, and then you can stand in front of the big mirror in the bathroom, and then you use your little mirror, and then you can see the back. Always do that. Always do that, because you're gonna forget a spot.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep up with the chat. If Steph doesn't mind for a little bit here. Phil Roberts, pointless forms going to Amsterdam tomorrow. Not only do you have to show my vaccine pass, also have to fill in vaccine declaration form. Why? You can see I'm vaccinated for my exactly. Oh my God Almighty! Let's hope that this. I really hope hope. Yeah, I really hope that this is that's all going to be a thing in the past. Some great answers here, guys, and we will resume this conversation because obviously this is something that really does touch me. Yeah. Who's this?
Cheers, guys.
Mark Hollig. I know people that want to go to Ireland from here, from Minnesota. Do you know? I'm ashamed to say that. I'm British. I've never ever been to Ireland in my life or Scotland. I would love to go to those places. I keep saying this, but I think it's the weather that puts me off. I want to go somewhere hot and sunny. You know, and I think Ireland has got the same weather as England, really, and that's probably the reason. But I would love to visit those places. I really, really would. Kipax wants to know, and I think it's so to you, Steph. Do you shave downstairs?
Shave downstairs. It's a long time that I did that, to be honest.
No, we shaves
I
in the
used to
bathroom.
do that. I used to do that, you know, when I was a younger guy, and
shaves
I
in
was
the
a little bit
bathroom.
proud of myself. First time I
Yeah.
went to Thailand.
Yeah.
I don't want the ladies think I'm. And then but I think the last 5 years, I didn't shave anything anymore.
Oh my
I
God!
can't. I cannot even see it anymore. So
Yeah, we talk a lot. Have you actually seen my other channel? Like we talk a lot about hairiness, Steph. I mean, I don't know if I said this before, but do you like women to be naturally hairy? Or do you like the Kojak look?
I like the Kojak, yeah. How you call
God,
it?
I must admit.
If it's a little bit of a, how you call that, a little thing, you know, like a V or a stripe
Yeah, but I
above
like
it,
that.
it's
I like
okay.
a
It's
bit of
okay.
that stuff.
But not the fucking hairy bush, and then I have to seek my way to the jungle. I don't like that. No.
Yeah. What have you right? I like old vampire movies from the 70s where beautiful Italian, especially Italian ones, where they were full of hairy. Oh, I love all that. I love all that. I mean, I don't know where the Kojak. I don't know where the Kojak look.
On vampire movies. Oh my god.
Softcore. X certificate.
And it wasn't called porn. It was called.
X certificate. That's what it was called. Softcore.
Yeah, softcore.
Kind of let's see. Mark Ollig. Every time Eddie says quid, I think squid. Quid is what we call it. That's what we call it in this country. That's what you know. Let's see. Paul Hoskin, they let you have 3 beers, some cognac and wine, and start giving you a funny look when you ask for more. Okay. El Terrifico, 40 British pounds, yeah. Only in town. Ed looked like My Little Pony. Haha. Okay, fine. Thank you. Sandman, I hate everything about the actual traveller, but what a great feeling when you get to the hotel room at the other end and know it's over. Well, yeah, yeah, exactly. It goes without saying. I moan about the traveller, especially the long journey from where I live in England to get all the way to my hotel room, and that can be, if you add up all the bits and pieces, it can be bloody 30 hours sometimes. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's you got to travel, haven't you? The reward when that moment when you plonk your suitcase down in your hotel room, at the end of
that's the best. Yeah, that's
you open the fridge door and have your first cold beer, and you go,
voila.
Yes, I'm here.
That's the point. I'm arrived. No more waiting, no more shit, no more taxis, planes. But the thing is, it's a waiting game. You have to wait everywhere in every step of your travel. Yeah. You're waiting for the taxi. When you go to the airport, waiting for the train. Then you arrive at the airport. You are waiting in a line to check your baggage. You know, the police baggage with the 9/11 thing, and it still happens in Brussels.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait to check in your baggage, your luggage. Another line, half an hour. Then you have to wait for passport control, another line. Then you go to the gate for boarding. You have to wait again for enter your... It's always waiting. And when you arrive, it happens again. You wait for passport control, security, and then for your luggage again, you have to wait again.
Do you know what annoys me, Steph? It makes me laugh, I should say. Is when for many years, many times, I've actually got a bus, an organised minibus from Pattaya, pick me up at my hotel to go to Siam Reap in Cambodia, including the border crossing, and the whole lot of that from door to door is about 9 hours. Can we do 9 or maybe 9.5 hours? Yeah,
it's a long drive.
The number of people who said to me, "Why do you go to all that? An airplane only takes an hour. It only takes an hour on an airplane. Really? So, and only an hour, yeah. So does this mean that the airplane's going to pick me up at my hotel and drop me off at the hotel? And I don't think so. It's all the other bits and pieces that go with it. Mark Oleg, I will need to start my own YouTube channel. Well, okay, good for you. I'd love to see it, Mark. I'd love to see it.
I think you're 15 minutes behind with the chat. I think you have to scroll further, so you get more up to date.
Okay. So, Steph, you were saying you were too cheap to visit the barber. Well, I'm too bloody cheap to. I can't be bothered. That's why it's once you get used to those. I think a lot of barbers are going to go out of business, Steph. Because do you know something, Steph?
It isn't cheap. It isn't cheap, And they don't have much work at me, It's just 20 minutes, and they charge you 25, 30 euros.
Yeah. And yet you see so many bloody bald-headed men around nowadays. There used to be a shame in a man going bald, and now all of these young men seem to be willingly shaving their heads. So what's the? Do you know? I watched a program. We had a program in Britain called in the early 70s called The Comedians, and basically it gave rise to a lot of British comedians, Bernard Mann and Frank Carson. It promotes a lot of those. You can get episodes of it on YouTube. All these 70s stand-up comedians, and I was watching it the other night, and I thought, my God, the way men looked in those days, they all had their hair permed, such a longish hair permed and all. And these are middle-aged men. That's the way men looked in those days. Barbers must have made a fortune with expensive perms. I mean, nowadays, how much does it bloody cost to shave a guy's head bald? Can't cost that much.
They still ask 20 euros, I think, to shave.
Yeah.
But I always went to the barber in Pattaya because it was only, how much was it? 100 baht. That's 2.5 euros. 2.5 euros to get a shave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couldn't do it myself, Yeah.
We'll go back to the comments. We'll go back to the comments.
Yeah, that's why good sets 100 baht for a haircut, for a foot massage. 150 baht. You cannot even wash your own food.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and they get a massage on top. They wash your feet.
Yeah.
They give you a massage.
I remember getting my hair cut in one, Turkish place. And I needed my hair cut, and it seemed to be reasonably. And I think about Turkish barbers, like when you say how much is this going to cost me? All of a sudden, they don't speak English.
No, speak English.
So, I want to know before I sat down and like, whatever. One of the barbers, a young guy, Jesus Christ, he really went over the top. Not only did he cut me hair and, my eyebrows.
Yeah, they do everything, with gold towels and
thing. And I always frightened with that flame thing, to burn my ears, to burn all the hair off my ear.
Yeah, to get more tips.
Give me a massage. Jesus, he's going to give me a throwing a happy ending in a minute. I'll get me money's worth here. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, it's a good topic.
Steph, can I express something? Steph sounds Dutch, not Belgian. Is that an insult?
I speak Dutch. Yeah, they speak Dutch and French in Belgium.
Really, that's amazing. And English.
It's not an official. It's not an official language. Official language is Dutch, French, and German. That's the official three languages.
You people from Europe are miles ahead of us. I mean, in England, we even struggle to speak one language, English. I mean, you're miles ahead of us. Let me see. Apologies to everybody in the staff if I've mixed everybody. Let's see. Mark, I'll have a great evening, night and day. Okay, thank you, Mark. So apologies if I've missed it. If I've missed it out on some of the chat, because obviously it goes so fast, really. Really. What else have we got?
What are you drinking, Eddie?
I'm drinking whiskey. Peter West, terrible flatulence, suddenly wafted through the cabin. So vile people are holding napkins to the mountain wretched. And then you realise, oh God, that's a bit vulgar, that one. Yogi Bear, flying local as you missed the best part of travel and seeing the real place. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Is somebody El Terrifico? It's not the real El Terrifico. El Terrifico, Pattaya is just a scam. It's just a scam. Okay. All the time. No, it's not. It isn't.
You can be scammed there, but you can get scammed in every big city.
You get scammed, bloody anyway.
Amsterdam, Barcelona. You can
Steph,
get scammed everywhere.
Steph looks like a radio host with that professional mic. Okay, so he likes you, Steph. He likes you.
It's a Sony. Yeah. 120 euros.
Okay, Paul Hoskins, I had a foot massage in Bangkok, 200 baht. I had a foot massage in Bangkok, 200 baht. Was that good? It depends. I've never had what they call them, a pedicure, don't they, Steph? Yeah, Kipax, Pattaya is the best place on earth. Everyone has his own. Here's a question for you, John W. Does Steph have any travel plans?
Well, I was to be honest, I didn't had one since last week. But on my last live stream, I was checking out flights from Brussels to Bangkok, and they say, "Oh, it's so expensive. It's $1,200, 1,200 euros, and it's too expensive." So, okay, let's have a look. And I see indeed in July, August, it's high season in Belgium. It's high prices. But then I looked half September till beginning of October, and I could book a flight 479 euros with Finnair from Brussels, and I have a layover and a stop of 4 hours in Helsinki. But that's doable, you know. And there was also a flight from, I think it was Etihad Airways or Qatar Airways, and it was 500 euros. So I think it's cheap, you know. It's the same prices as before the Corona. But you have to wait. You have to wait till September, of course. But the prices are there. 479 euros. That's like 450 pounds. I think that's a good price.
I glanced at the end. I had a lot of people saying that the flights have gone ridiculously expensive, and I, sort of half believed it because I sort of heard that before, and then I've gone on the internet and found reasonably priced flights.
I look it up myself, and just on a Google search, on the Google, they have flights also at Google Flights. But I never book via Google Flights. I go to the real airliner like Etihad or Finnair, and I book my flight there, of course. But
okay. Well, let's see. David Coleman, traveling is great, but I hate the waiting. Nobody.
Yeah, the waiting. It's always waiting in line. And even if you sit in the airplane and it takes off, you have to wait to go to the toilet because the seat belts are not off yet. You have to wait for your food. You have to wait for your whiskey. You have to wait. It's always waiting. You have to wait to go to the bathroom because there's always a line. There's 3 people in front of you. You always have to wait. That's traveling, waiting. And that's, in the beginning, I didn't mind. But now, after 20, 30 flights, I hate that, man. It's
I don't like waiting. Nobody likes waiting. As long as you are comfortable waiting, you're sitting down, you're comfortable waiting. The worst. There's 2 types of waiting, Steph.
It's not.
There's waiting at an airport for a number of hours when you know that's the length of time you're going to be waiting.
Yeah.
But the worst is when your flight's delayed and you don't know how long you're going to be waiting. That's the worst one.
When you're in panic, when you're once you sit in your seat and the air takes off, that's a weight of your And then when you land, I don't mind to wait for my luggage when I arrive in Bangkok or something. Because you're arrived already. If it's 1 hour, 2 hours, it doesn't matter,
If my flight from my home to the hotel in Pattaya, overall, if it takes 30 hours, including all the waiting around, then I just accept that's what it's got to be, really. Anyway, Kiev Bound has said, women don't seem to be great in Pattaya. Well, it depends where you look, mate. It depends where you look. I mean, there's a lot of older women in Pattaya at this moment in time. Well, there was when I was there quite recently. But it goes. I mean, it depends where you look. I mean, if you go into some of the go-go bars, there's some really great-looking women there.
From Paris, okay. Yeah, it could be even cheaper from Paris.
Yeah, Delboy K. It's annoying when someone wants to swap seats and then just sleep the whole flight. Okay. And then sleep the whole flight. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Where we go? I'm going to have to get back to the chat. John Mitch, in England, some people speak Cornish. Oh, yeah, I have heard. Yeah, Ian Bowden. Yeah, he likes yours. Says Ian Bowden. Hi, Steph. Ypres is a gorgeous Belgium city, and the last post is so emotional to witness. Do you know that one?
Yeah, Ypres. We call it Ypres. Yeah, and I think in English they call it Ypres. Ypres. Yeah, it's famous of World War I, I think.
Yeah,
And they
I'm
do
sure.
the last post there every night, yeah, for
I,
the
I
soldiers
was thinking
who
maybe
died.
if heading to one European place like
Mm,
Portugal or something, and then working my way by land right through back
mm.
up to to the Channel. You never know. I might just appear in Belgium one of these days.
They have like the biggest war cemeteries in the world there,
Yeah,
like thousands of
yeah,
died soldiers there in that neighborhood.
yeah. Well, I'd love to see it. Do you know what? Do you know something? Do you have many castles in Belgium?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
beautiful
What
ones,
One of
very
my
beautiful ones.
favourite war films was called Castle Keep, with Burt Lancaster in it. About
Mm.
1970, wonderful film. And I think that was set during the war in a Belgian castle. And I don't know exactly film, but it was a wonderful film. I'd love to see it. I'm sure there's some
I
lovely
can't remember
places.
that movie. No.
Good movie. William, I'm watching my home in Spain. Desperate to go to bed, but I'm enjoying your live chat too much, Eddie. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Delboy K, Eddie, he is waiting for you to invite him to Romania. Okay. Steph, you are cordially invited to Romania. That is if I make it there. And with flight cancellations, all this guy, I'm worried about my flight. I think it'll still be there. I've got
I
another couple
thought
of weeks to go.
you went to Hungary or
Not Romania.
Slovenia. Oh,
Romania.
Romania, not Slovenia. Okay.
No. I'm going to Romania in a couple of weeks'
Mm.
time. I've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
my
I know, yeah, yeah.
flight book, but with all
Mm.
these flight cancellations going on, you just never know what's going to happen.
I looked at the flight, yeah, to I think it was Romania. It was
Yeah.
42 euros.
Yeah.
That's and two ways, 42 euros is nothing.
Well, that's what I paid for
But
going
only
from
carry
London.
on baggage, yeah, no luggage, only 10 kilogram cabin
Yeah,
luggage. But that's okay,
absolutely.
10 kilogram for a week. I think,
Okay.
yeah. But then you have to book a hotel, you have to book this, you have to go out dinner. So in total, you will pay, 3, 4, 500 euros anyway, yeah, for a week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
well, I
but
mean,
it would be doable, yeah.
I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping that the flight's going to be. I think it'll be all right because I don't know how it's been in Belgium stuff, but we had a lot of problems, flight cancellations, and all kinds of things in England. But I think that's mainly due to school holidays, and that we'll see what happens anyway. John W. No masks on thin air, I believe. Okay. Cats and Good Coffee, Spanish weather rules, same here. Canadian Express is exactly what I paid, Steph, 478, yeah? What is this now? Bazuki 97, 29th of December for 4 weeks with Thai. 29th December for 4 weeks with Thai.
Yeah.
824. Is that pounds? Is that pounds?
Per
Is it?
person, I think.
Oh,
per
per
person.
820, yeah, per person, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what that's good or bad.
But that's high season, eh? That's high season in Thailand, so you always pay more in December.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I never go on that time. David Coleman, I got a great haircut in Guatemala at $2. The worst haircut was in Jamaica. Oh my God. El Terrifico, the banal comment there. Let's see. Cats and Good Coffee, first world problems. Kipax, waiting for Boys Town to open, hey? Are you, Kipax? Yeah, well, good for you, mate. Each to their own, mate. I mean, I'd be bucketed if I'd go there, personally. Let's see.
See a comment from Philip Roberts here. The area around Brussels North Station is always interesting. A little bit woman in the windows and cars on fire. Yeah, that's Brussels North. That's Brussels North.
We're still talking about things that annoy you.
It's called the Aarschotstraat. Aarschot means ass shot street. Literally ass shot street, and that's the red light district in Brussels. Yeah. The ass shot street. I'm not kidding. It's called
Yeah, well,
Arschotstad.
I'm not even going to go there. David Ball, things that annoy you on travel. Having a shite on the flight is the worst. Then a woman waiting outside of you and dropped her body once. Oh, God. You don't even go there.
Yeah, that's the worst. Having a shit on an airplane. Oh, my God.
Roy Gold, I travel thin air. It's a long flight. Another 13 hours Helsinki to Bangkok. An awful. Oh, my God almighty. That's not a good review, is it? David Brain, Pattaya, January, 425 Emirates. You don't say, is that London to Bangkok? Is that London to Bangkok and return? If so, it sounds good. Philip Mulville, you have to wait to bang the flight attendant in the restroom at the very back of the plane or whatever. Gareth, waiting for his. Whatever. Yeah. Let me see now. Let me see. A few more. Okay. A few more. Let's see. There's some good stuff.
The Mile High dump. Did you ever had sex? Did you ever had sex, Eddie, on an airplane? So you joined the Mile High.
Someone asked me that the other day. I wouldn't enjoy
Mile
that.
High Club.
When I get on an airplane, I just want to get off it. I mean, I just want to get off the airplane. I want the nasty
if you could have sex with the beautiful stewardess from Thai Airways,
with their permission, though. With their
course.
No, I don't think I'm that motivated. Not for me, mate. Brian Parton, do you guys book via travel agents or do it online? I used to book online, definitely. I used to be via Thomas Cook way back in 2016. I have no experience of doing it online. I'm worried about being scammed. Okay, that's a good question. Brian. I used to worry about that. I'll tell you the good tip for you, Brian. Don't use a debit card. Use a credit card. If you've got a reputable bank, use a credit card because they are safer. Just be careful. Use a credit card. I've had flights cancelled, and the credit card company has got me.
I have travel insurance coming with my credit card.
Yeah.
So, and you pay a little bit more for your credit card, but you have travel insurance. And also, when your flight is cancelled, they can give you your money back or something. So.
Philip Roberts, area around Brussels North Station in Belgium is a bit interesting. Women in windows and cars on fire.
Yeah, I answered that before.
Yeah. Meth Traveller, you've got a fan here. $2 enjoying the stream. Okay, thank you. Thanks for that super chat anyway. Cats and Good Coffee, David Brain, good price. But in June, July and August, most flights are more than double that price. Well, I wouldn't want to go to Thailand, that time of year. I know that you've been to Thailand in months of June and July, haven't you? I don't. It's not the time of year when I normally go there. Roy Gold, I was in Ostend a few years ago. Great place. I believe Marvin Gaye lived there for a few years. Is that where he met his? Yeah, the argument with his father.
I think it's right. Yeah, he lived there.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, terrible. Came to a terrible end, didn't he?
A lot of famous persons lived in Ostend.
Let's see. Delboy K, lots of flight cancellations around the world because of pilots and crew shortages.
Yeah. It was in the news today. Brussels Airways, they canceled 147 flights this summer because they don't have enough pilots and stewardesses to.
Well, it's causing pandemonium in England. Yeah, Isan, man. I worked on a job once in Belgium in a place called Gale. Lots of mentally ill people adopted by local families. They had their own bar, but it didn't sell alcohol.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Gale is I went to school there also, high school, for my bachelor degree, and it's near Antwerp. And and Gale is also famous for mental patients. Yeah. But they keep in with persons at home, not in an institution, but at persons at home. Yeah. That's famous for that country, for that city.
I'm bored in UK. What's needed in the jab department these days to get to Thailand from the UK? Had all the testing. Well, have your 2 jabs. Basically. That's, have your have proof of it. That's basically what you need. Old travel, Chris X, old travel restrictions are off now, aren't they? I was going to Greece or Spain. All I had was a PCR to get back into England. Well, I'm going to Romania, and I don't want any more PCRs. I think it's bloody awful. The
Me
idea
neither.
of a PCR, paying for this thing, and then within 72 hours of flying, and then you shove this thing up your nose, and then you nervously wait for the results that
Yeah.
I want an end to all of
I
that.
think you still have to do it when you travel to Thailand now. You still have to do a PCR test.
No, only if you haven't been jabbed. Only if you haven't been jabbed.
So you have the proof. I have the proof of 3 jabs, so I'm okay. Then I don't have to do any tests anymore. Not on arrival.
Yeah, but coming
not
from
depart.
England. Maybe Belgium was different stuff. Maybe they have different rules, but coming from England, I think it's okay.
Mm.
Let's see.
I hope.
What's this now? Kipax. Yeah, remember that he getting his money back. Okay, whatever this was.
Yes,
yeah, okay, we've done all this. We've done. Oh, we are. We've got cats and good coffee. Eddie, is it? I heard that due to COVID, the best Thai chicks went to Middle East to work on and start their OnlyFans, and other bars are full of leftovers. Well, I must admit, I don't know what's happened to them, but excuse me.
It's okay.
Oh my God Almighty! I needed that. Let's see. What was it? So the bars are full of leftovers. I wouldn't say they're full of leftovers, but they're an older section of women. Some of the hot chicks are not really there right now. Anyway, speaking of hot chicks, LMFAO girl, sugar daddy, I just come back say good night. Who's the skinhead smoker? I don't know. Is that really? Are you really the same LMFO girl? Are you the same one?
I'm the Vin Diesel of YouTube now. Yeah.
There's a girl with this name who's got a YouTube channel. I'm absolutely subscribed, and she likes getting their lovely womanly bits out and all of that. Let's see.
Laughing my ass off.
Yeah, absolutely. McLaren F1 race. Wow, Ed, you skipped my ball post. Big up Baldies there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm joining the Baldies. I think Eddie has more hair than me now. Yeah.
Cats and good coffee. LMFAO girl, you are a hairy Indian dude impersonating a sexy chick. We all know your story. There is a YouTube channel with that name, and I'm subscribed to it, and she's a lovely chick.
Yeah.
Harvey Wisdom. Don't believe any test needed to return to the UK. Yeah, we're free now. Well, let's hope it's all a thing of the past, Harvey. Nice to hear from you anyway, Harvey. You know, this is back to the most annoying things on travel. Always piss over the toilet seat when on the flights, then amuse me watching the door for the. No, that's not very nice, is it?
Yeah, but that's funny. It's funny.
Yeah. Roy goes, are you visiting Transylvania, Eddie? Maybe visit the Gothic fortress of Count Dracula. Yeah, I intend to. Let's just hope that the flight and everything is all good to go. Let's hope it's all good to go. Let's see. Who have we got? Ian Bowden, Delboy K. First time I've ever watched Gervais, so can't compare. Let's see. McLaren F1 race, Eddie's and Harry downstairs. Okay, where are we? Delboy K. I'm not putting any links, but I mean, that one there is in the chat. It's the same profile pic and the same, I don't know if it's the same one, the same profile pic and the same, name. And I was subscribing. It's very, very nice.
AFO.
Yeah. Jay East. Yeah, US still requires a negative 80K from a medical facility within 1 day before you return. Fuck, I'll remain calm and stay in Thailand, okay? El Terrifico, we're getting a bit vulgar here now. I use cling film on the toilet seat on the plane, okay? Anything else? Let me see now. Oh.
What's that, Eddie Whiskey?
This is a Asda special, famous grouse.
the famous grouse. I know that.
It's a litre bottle, a whole litre from
yeah.
I think it's about 20 quid. And it's very,
20
nice.
Quid, same as in Europe, 22 euros.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Bloody good stuff.
Yeah. Cheers. I'm still on my little vodka. Cheers.
He said, man, I was introduced to apple corn in Belgium. That goes down way too easy. I didn't remember getting home. Oh, apple, is that a cider? Is that what is that? Is that a sounds like a cider there?
Apple pie or something? Apple corn? Never
Okay.
heard
Anyone
about.
else? Yeah. Okay. So let's see, Steph. I mean, so what do you do in the summer then, Steph? Presumably, you know, does Belgium have a more reliable summer than what we have in England?
Well, I think it's about the same, you know. It's summer in north of Europe, you know. Even in Sweden, it can get 30, 35 degrees in Sweden.
I think Britain. I mean, there's something wrong with
But
Britain.
now
We can get just as much rain here in the summer as what we do in the
yeah,
winter.
it's raining now the last week, but I think a week ago, we had like 27, 28 degrees here in Belgium. Now it's like 20, 22, normal weather, a little bit of rain, but yeah.
That seems to be all we're getting.
I bought a new air conditioning like 3 weeks ago. I only have to use it 2 days, so I hope this summer,
yeah. Okay, well, we must have the most unreliable weather in the world. There's only
you're living near the ocean. Yeah, you're living. Yeah, it's
there's only one rule with the weather in Britain. You get what you're given, like it or lump it. I mean, we've had summers, and I live in the south, the sunny south of England. We've had whole summers where it's just piddled down with rain right throughout the summer months.
Yeah, no.
You know, we've had. You just never know what you get.
I must say, the last years, the summers are getting hotter here in Belgium. To be honest, they say it's climate change, but we get more days. We call them heat days. If you have 3 days above 30 degrees, it's a heat wave, you know. And we have them every summer now.
Yeah.
Before we had them once every 10 years, but now we have every summer like 2 to 3 heat waves. That temperatures above 30 degrees.
Really? Yeah.
So there is a change, you know.
Yeah.
Summer's getting hotter.
We haven't had nothing like that. J.E.'s Mark Saunders Go-Go's are open and fully friendly. Expect now some girls doing ladies. Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, getting Go-Go. But listen, here's another message from Go-Go Baz. Sorry, LMFAO girl. Okay, good night, sugar daddy Eddie. Hope to see you soon in Thailand. I'm waiting for you, my sugar daddy Eddie. 555. Kiss, kiss. Sorry, I mean, it's not personal stuff, but I just have to do this. And, you know, that's my laughing my ass off girl. Okay. Kipax is it has, I agree. Cats and good coffee. Eddie, the more I know you, the more I learn about you from being wise financially. You buy stuff that are good value at a low price. You should be a trader. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks for that. Ian Bowden, Eddie, just that whiskey burn as it goes down. I'd be diluting it with a Coke or something. No, it's very, very nice. Often with whiskey, I often will have I'll have to have one ice cube, you know, one medium-sized ice cube with a large glass. But with this one, it's going down very, very nice. Lovely stuff. Famous grouse, bloody good. I do like it. I do like that. That is definitely one of the better whiskies. McLaren F1 race. Hey, Steph, my mum and dad went to the famous Bruges Beer Festival. Is that still going?
I think so. There are so many beer festivals here. It's unbelievable. We have like 3,000 different beers here in Belgium.
Really? Yeah. Really?
3,000 different craft beers. Yeah. So many. I think every city here in Belgium, every village has its own brewery.
Yeah.
In Thailand, you have only 3 beers: Chang, Chinga, and Leo.
Yeah.
For the rest, and import beers.
I have had some. It's Kronenberg Belgium. Stella is Belgium, isn't it?
Stella is, it's now a worldwide company, but it's originated from Leuven, Leuven, Stella Artois,
Yeah. Well, in Britain we call it Stella Artois, but that's another story. John Mitch, famous grouse, 1 litre in Tesco, 17. Well, that could be John, what I paid for. I can't remember because it was last week. Yeah. And I can remember 20, 30 years ago, but I can't remember last week. But for a litre, bloody good stuff as well.
Bought it a few times, yeah.
Jared Lachlan, how's the diet going, Eddie? Not very well.
No, Kronenberg is Danish, I think, or Swedish.
Kronenberg, yeah. Yeah, I've never actually really some stuff to do. But I said, man, maybe Steph knows it's apple corn. It's an apple flavored liqueur.
Apfelkorn, but that's German. It's not really Belgium. It's more German liquor. Yeah, Apfelkorn. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got the price of a litre bottle of grouse here. John made £16 from Asda. Well, maybe that's what I pay. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but for a litre, it's bloody good whiskey. Ian Bowden, Kronenberg is French. So we've got a variety of nations here for a variety of countries for Kronenberg. And Anton Levy, Eddie, have you ever been Lanzarote, or as some people know it, Lanzarote? No, I've never been to Lanzarote. I've never been to Tenerife. I have been to Gran Canaria, and that was bloody lovely. I once went there in the month of January many years ago, and it was lovely. Gran Canaria is a really nice place. Lovely sand dunes, and I think some of the spaghetti westerns were filmed there. Lovely place. Delboy K. Eddie, have you ever been to Sosua Beach in the Dominican Republic? I'm going to get there soon for a nice dip. I haven't been there. A good friend of mine's been to Sosua, and he loved it there. It's really good. Catino Coffee. LMFI, okay, be careful your compliments to Eddie. Eddie's 90 stone wife back in the UK or whatever. I do not remember the others on that. Could be around, okay? Roy Gold, have you ever heard of Bush beer, Steph? Strongest beer in Belgium at 12%. 12%? That's more than Special Brew.
No, it's 12%. You have a lot of beers here. One of the famous beers is West Vleteren. At 12, it's 12%. Yeah, it got the number one beer contest prize in 2000, and one of the best Belgian beers in the world. West Vleteren.
Well, 12%.
Yeah.
Special Brew, which the alcoholics drink in England, that's not 12%. I think it's only about 8.5%, isn't it? That's what the alcoholics.
Yeah, I think craft beer starts from 6-7%.
Yeah.
But I like more the 8, 9, 10%. I think 12% is a lot. Yeah.
Ian Bowden, Holland as Geneva. Does Belgium have its own Geneva?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
We are the Geneva country. Same with Holland. Yeah.
Dave Bull, Cheap Charlie is live streaming. It looks like he's at the storm again. I was watching Cheap Charlie on his new channel. He's got another name for the channel. I don't want to.
He changes his name every week. I cannot go up with it anymore.
Yeah. But the thing is, as I was watching, he is very, very watchable. And as I was watching him, I was actually on my exercise bike, and because he was walking along this road in the Midwest of America, and I thought I need to start doing some of that. So I got on my exercise bike. Kiev bound, 12% is like wine. It'd be weak wine.
It's a lot for beer. Yeah.
Let's see.
The delirium is good.
Is delirium tremens not one of the strongest? I'm going to have to blow my nose, mate. I'm sorry about
this. Delirium. Yes. I think Duvel is a good beer also, but it's only 8%. Duvel. Are we going to hear the squeaky door now? No squeaky door. Duvel is a good beer. I like Duvel. It's 8%. Yeah, and I like Quack beer. And Saint Bernardus. I like the West Vleteren. I like Leffe is good. And then you have the Orval Trappist, the Trappist beers. They're very good, made by the monks.
Some of those Bulgarian beers are nice, Bulgarian blood. And I'll tell you what, some of the most loveliest beers I've ever tasted. Would you believe Ethiopia? They've got one there, a local beer called Hakim Stout. And I was in these kind of ramshackle bars in Ethiopia drinking Hakim Stout, and it was lovely, an amber beer. They have some lovely local beers there.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. Why not? Yeah. But yeah, if you come from an airplane and you're tired and it's hot weather and you're driving for a cold beer, any beer is tasting then. Even a Chang beer is tasty then.
Oh, I don't bloody like.
I wouldn't drink a Chang beer, but it was my first beer. I came off the airport and
Yeah,
in the sun, a cold
yeah,
Chang beer. It was
yeah.
good for me also.
Do you know something, Steph? I was recently when I was in Thailand. I was in a really, really good, bar restaurant, and they didn't have Heineken on draft. They had Singer,
Mm.
yeah, which was okay. But I thought they had Chang on draft and hot clams. I thought I'd have a nice cold
It
Chang,
can be
which I don't
tasteful
normally
on
like.
draft beer. It can be
Yeah,
tasteful, Chang
yeah.
draft. Yeah, if
But
it's
but I
cold.
had I had a Chang beer. I took a couple of sips of it, and I almost gave it back. I just
Mm.
do not like that beer at all. I'm really
No, I'm
Leo's
not a
all right.
favorite also. Yeah, Leo and Chenga. Yeah,
Yeah, Leo,
but I don't
Leo.
drink Heineken also. Heineken, I never drink that in Thailand. Heineken.
I do. I actually find it tasty. I don't
No,
know. Funny enough,
it doesn't
maybe
taste
it
the
goes to
same as in Holland. It's export beer. I don't think it's made in
Steph,
Holland.
Steph,
It's made
I may
in.
be a lone voice here. I may be
I
a
think
lone voice, but
it's
I actually think it tastes better. It
yeah.
tastes better than the ones that you have in Holland, the Heineken
No,
that you have in Thailand, and also in Vietnam. In Vietnam, you get Heineken, and it's good value. It's really really good value. It's really
mm,
good value. So let's see who we got here. We've got Mark Olive back. Okay, Brewmeister Snake Venom. What is Brewmeister? Nice to see you, Mark. What is Brewmeister? What is that? What is that?
I,
Snake Venom. Bloody sounds good. I wouldn't mind a shot at that.
looks like a German beer, Brewmeister.
I must admit, I think yeah, sounds like. I think some German beers are a little bit overrated. Overrated. Let's see. McLaren F1 race. Polish beers are strong. Thai ski is awesome. I've had Thai ski. I can't remember what it tastes like. I think you can get that in Lidl's actually. But Cats and Good Coffee. And Nomad overseas Dutch Gold is popular amongst the ones getting the dole, the Dutch whatever.
Dutch Gold.
Yeah, whatever. Not quite sure about that one. El Terrifico. David Bowie has an Ethiopian wife. Sorry, El Terrifico, but David Bowie is dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's dead. Yeah.
He's
I
dead.
don't think he had an Ethiopian wife, to be
I
honest.
think she might have been. She was Emal, I think her name was. Delboy K. I'm a singer man myself. Singer is okay.
Yeah, it's
And I think that's
okay,
about it,
but
really.
it's
Okay.
not like great beer.
No, it's not. It's okay. I actually think Leo's quite nice. I think Leo is often the cheapest
Yeah,
one, but it's okay. But Leo's better. Well, Singer's okay. I just don't like that Chang at all.
but I usually drink, hard liquids in Thailand,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Sangsom or Hong
That's
Tong
nice.
or
Yeah, yeah.
with
That's
Coke
nice.
or something. I don't drink that much beer, even not in Belgium.
Yeah,
Maybe I drink 2 beers a month here in Belgium.
yeah. Ian Bowden, have any of you had a tequila anywhere with a maggot in it? Have you ever had
No.
that? That's a
Yeah, I
Mexican drink.
saw it, but I put the maggot out and then I
Yeah.
drank it. Yeah.
Well, when I was reading the Lonely Planet guide before I went to Mexico, they mentioned that and they advised you, if you're offered a tequila with a maggot in it, leave that to the Mexican macho men because they know what to do. And I thought, I'll shy away with that one.
Oh, but
What
the Sangsom
some of
Coke
the
is
some of the
tasty.
chat here, I'd answer it, except I don't think it's because some of these are nice people, but they're not really saying such nice comments. Let's see. Roy Gold, there are lovely Colombian working girls in Palma, Gran Canaria, well recommended. Thanks for that, mate. Nice to hear from you. Icer man, as I remember, all the different beers in Belgium have their own glass. Is that
That's
true,
true.
Steph?
Yeah, that's true.
Really,
Yeah,
really?
every craft beer has its own glass. With the name on, different shape, and that's the problem with the bars. They have to keep those glasses also. They
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
keep 500 beers in their bar, but they also have to have 500 and more glasses. That's the
Okay.
problem.
Okay, El Terrifico, may God bless David Bowie. My mistake. Yeah, God bless. David Bowie's one. Did you like David Bowie, do you, Steph?
Yeah, I love David
I love
Bowie.
David. Do you know
Yeah.
something? What kind of movies that I like? Ones that I often do enjoy. I love biopics, and I thought the biopic of Queen was a wonderful film. I even like the one of Elton John, Rocket Man. That's a very good
I
film.
don't like Elton John, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but I must admit, I would love to see, and I don't really think anyone's done it yet, a proper movie biopic of David Bowie, his life
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I think that would be
It's
wonderful. I'd
live.
love
Yeah.
to see that. Love to see that. Wonderful.
I saw the movie from Jim Morrison from The Doors.
The
That
Doors,
was
yeah,
good. Yeah,
excellent.
that
Yeah,
was a good
excellent.
movie.
Yeah. Really excellent.
But
Mark Oleg, Brewmeister, Snake Venom. That sounds bloody good. I like it already. World's Strongest Beer. I wonder what percentage. Brewmeister. I wonder what percent. Well, this is 40% whiskey, and I'm drinking it neat. Brewmeister Snake Venom. World's Strongest. That is a cool name. Snake Venom. I like the sound of that. I wouldn't mind a bottle of that.
The Snake Venom sessions. We have to do a later live stream tonight. I think one last for the road.
Okay.
The snake venoms.
We do want to know. Harold Bishop, Perlenbacher is my new favorite from Lidl. I like Perlenbacher. You can get 4 500 milliliter cans for $2.99. At least it was before. I don't know what it's like now. I'm going back about 6 months now. Perlenbacher is a nice beer. I like it.
Just that strong hop from the Aldi, I think. That's good. Yeah. It's 8.8% or something.
What is it
strong
called?
beer, strong hop or something. Hop,
really?
Triple hop. It's from the Aldi, and it's only 50 cents, 60 cents. It's cheap as fuck, and you get drunk as a Viking,
Jesus, Steph, I'm drinking whiskey here, and you're making me want beer.
No, I don't want beer. I don't want beer neither. I never drink that beer. I had it once.
Anton Level. Eddie, if you could drink only one beer for the rest of your life, which beer would you choose? I do like Corona. I would have said Stella years ago, but now it's weaker, isn't it? Stella is not as strong as it used to be.
No, they tend to make beers more sweeter and softer. Yeah. I remember when my grandfather, he always drank Stella Artois. But it was very bitter, very, very bitter. That time.
I thought it was a lovely beer, but it's weaker than it used to be. The normal on Falangum, the alcohol dilutes any worm taste. I've seen it. You can actually buy it in bottles with the worm in the bottom. Let's see. I like. Who's this? Siam I am. Chang sucks, as do buckets on Cold Sangro. Yeah, I don't like Chang. I don't like Cold Chang. Let me see. Roy Gold did a German breweries in Ethiopia. Well, I never knew that. Cambodia Pub Street does alcohol with more than just worms. Really? Okay, well, there's a question for Steph. We'll save that until he comes back. Casago Coffee, Roy Gold, my team is about one of the Canary Islands, import tons of Asian chicks and build a Pattaya clone for Europeans, British. Sounds like I'll go there. Whenever you do that, let me know and I'll go there. David Bull, question for both of you. If you could be in any bar in Steph, here's a good question. Dave Bull, question for you both. If you could be in any bar in Thailand now, which one would it be? I'd be morning night in Nana.
In Thailand.
If you're any bar in Thailand, which one would it be?
At this moment, I want to check out the new O Bar, because O Bar was situated in Soi Buakhao and it changed into Mayfields now.
Yes,
but the band who played there, who's a good friend of me, Boom, she went with the former owner, and they started a new bar now.
Yeah.
And it should be located opposite of the Amazon Cafe in Tweetown. Opposite there, and they opened a new O Bar there. So I would check that out. That was the first thing what I would do.
I mean, I tend to travel so much when I don't really have a favorite bar. I must admit,
I
I
just
must
go
admit,
inside a bar where there's people that I know, or where it's funny, where there's atmosphere, where's a good band, a good live
yeah,
band. I would go
yeah.
in there.
I must admit,
That doesn't matter.
my favorite go-go bar was just off the side streets of Walking Street, but I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is. I just hope it comes back
Is
soon.
it with a big Dutch mill or something? With no,
It's not the Windmill. No, it's not
no,
that
not a
one. Not that
windmill.
one. No, it's better than that. Yeah, John W. What is Steph's favorite drink?
Some Coke in Thailand.
Sansom Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap and it's good.
Yeah.
You pay only 50, 60 baht for a some Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever buy Sansom rum?
Yeah, it's not really a whiskey. It's more a rum based drink
Yeah.
in Thailand. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Yeah. I was actually drinking what I thought was a Sansom whiskey in my hotel room. Someone said, that's actually a rum.
It tastes like whiskey. Yeah, but they cannot call it whiskey, of course.
I would say that the Sansom is far better than any of the beers in Thailand.
Yeah, that's why I never drink beers in Thailand. Sometimes I
Mark,
drink a beer, but not all night long.
67%. Is that snake venom? 67%. Is that beer? Or oh Jesus God, that's anything that's 67%. You've got to be careful with that. Mark, I'll Google it. Okay, snake venom. Absolutely, I will do.
I know that they have a brand like Straw Rum, and it's 80% alcohol. It's pure alcohol.
Yeah.
I drank it once. It's unbelievable. 80%. 80.
Harold Bishop, Anson level paler back a bottle seem to taste better than the cans for some reason. Some people say that, the bottles taste better than the Anson level. Agreed. Harold and pretty strong. Okay, fine. Let's see, where are we now?
Yeah, they're asking for your favorite agogo.
I'm not telling.
Was it happy agogo? Or?
No. I tell you what. For two reasons. One, it was so damn good. I'd like to keep it a secret, but also, the Go-Go's are not. It wouldn't be good to recommend the Go-Go now because
it changes every week.
They're not the same as they were. So
one month that a Go-Go has the hottest girls, and then 1 week later they're all going to another Go-Go, and you cannot.
Mark Smith, Heineken all day every day in Pattaya. My mates always used to drink Carlsberg. I'm not keen on Carlsberg, but I do like to drink the cans of Carlsberg Export. They're good, but they stopped selling Carlsberg. Heineken, Heineken's. I don't know, but I just get the feeling that the Heineken that you get in Thailand and Vietnam is a lot better than what you get in Europe.
I loved Carlsberg also, but for some reason, they stopped importing Carlsberg. Yeah. From
the McLaren F1 race. Aldi is the new Tesco for Britain. I haven't been to Tesco for months. Roy Gold, good idea. There are places in Palma to go. It's very hidden though. You need some local knowledge. Let me see. Texas Swain off to Bangkok from UK in 18 hours. Any ideas what's the best bar near Soy 18 you can recommend to a tired traveller? Is that in Bangkok?
Soy 18. It's a little bit farther away, yeah. Soy 18, Soy 20. It's behind Soy Cowboy, I think.
Soy Cowboy, is that area?
Soy Cowboy, I would go there. Yeah, you have a drink there, and there's some beer bars. There's not only go-go's in Soy Cowboy. You have some nice, window shopping bars there. You can sit outside with a nice cold beer without being hustled by the ladies. In Soy Cowboy.
Cat's and no coffee. He wants to buy a Canary Island. He's in Spain. He just needs the capital, the money to buy one of the islands. Okay, money is quite important. Ian Bowden, windmill. I think windmills. I like it, but I think it's a bit overrated. What do you think, Steph?
Yeah, sometimes it gets very, but you have to go upstairs. Huh? Upstairs, you see everything. Sometimes it gets very kinky there. It depends on the night. But you can see everything. You can see everything, you know.
To be honest with you, I like to see everything, Steph, but I'm not really into the
it's a little bit porn on a stage. Yeah, they put everything inside the bush. You know what I'm saying? The jungle, They put everything inside there, and they pop it back out, and
I'm not into all of that.
No, but it's fun to watch for once. But
Steph, if you actually knew I'm actually really, really dull when it comes to all that kind of stuff.
Me too. You know, it's not that if you come first time to Pattaya and you're like 22 years old and you see the windmill, you think, wow. But we are 50. We've seen it. We've done it. We you know. I couldn't sit there in a windmill for 4 hours in a row, you know. It's good for half an hour of fun, and then you go back and you go to another bar, you know.
Okay. Roy Gold, also Lisbon, Portugal has opportunities too with great working ladies. Roy, shame on you for telling me that. Now, how much is that flight to Portugal that I was looking at the other day? Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that info anyway, Roy. Roy Gold is a cool guy. He lives in Jomtien. Jomtien. Mark Olick, you can only drink it once. This is the snake venom. I'm going to check that one out, Mark.
Me too.
The questions are coming in. William, would you invest in a condo unit in Pattaya? Eddie, is it a good idea? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done it. I have owned a property abroad once before. And I've been there, done that, and I wouldn't really do it again. So I don't know. I think that's a no-go, that one.
Snake venom.
Joe Boy King. My favorite go-go bars were Heavens Above and Tahitian Queen in Pattaya. Tahitian Queen that's some fun memories of that. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Brewmeister, Snake venom, world's strongest beer, and free branded glass. £51.95. Amazon 67 beer 67%. That is absolutely amazing. Cats and Good Coffee. As you've been in Tenerife, you might know that there's a Thai aqua park that's called Siam Park. If that was possible, Asian pussy boats should also be possible to build. I've never been to Tenerife. I've been to Gran Canaria. I've seen lots and lots of videos on Tenerife, and it doesn't look very it doesn't look very nice. It doesn't look very nice to me. Mark Olick, there you are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. I'm going to check that one out. It sounds lovely. That whatever it's called, snake venom.
Can I show it to you? I just googled it. Wait.
Yeah, absolutely. By all means.
Wait, let me try if I can find. Snake venom, share screen.
I'm gonna have another whiskey.
This one. Oh, here it is. Can you see it?
I can't see it now. No.
Should see it now, but you have to agree. You have to click on. There's a link below.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Yeah. There's a link below, and you have to click on it, and then you share it.
Oh, I see. Snake venom.
Yeah, whoa! It's the world's strongest beer. It's 67%. This craft is a Scottish beer. It has a sweet, nutty aroma, and a fruity taste, and a firing, intense after drink.
Scottish. With a name like Brewmeister.
It's Scottish, yeah.
Brewmeister,
yeah. 67% limited.
67%.
And I saw a price. The price was like, how much is it? I don't know. I don't see it. What the price is? I have to try it. Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
67. I want one of those. Is it nice and cold?
I think it's nice and cold, yeah. I can imagine it can taste like beer if it's 67%. It must taste like whiskey or something.
67% is stronger than any alcohol that I've ever encountered. God knows
Yeah,
what the beer is like.
I don't
God
know
knows
how
what the beer.
how much it costs, but
Mark Alec, be careful. Jesus, I would. I'd have to be in the right frame of mind for that one. I'm afraid. Steph, we've been on for an hour, and I've been on for about 2 hours and 40 minutes now.
yeah. If you want me to leave, it's okay, man.
It's not, but I've at my age, I've got no staying power. I think 2 hours and 40 minutes is just about enough for
yeah.
me. It's just about enough for me. I'm going to have a lasagna before before I go to bed. You know, a nice lasagna. I'm trying to lose weight, so lasagna is it's a nice lasagna. But what beeps the calories up is when you have toast with it. You know, and I'm obsessed with toast.
What you say, lasagna?
Lasagna, yeah.
What does that mean?
You know, lasagna, the food.
Lasagna,
lasagna, yeah, lasagna.
Yeah, lasagna. Okay, you say lasagna. What the fuck is he saying?
Yeah, I'm saying it's £40 a bottle. You're talking about that beer. So I wouldn't pay 40
Yeah,
for a bottle
I
of
saw
beer.
some prices. It's fucking expensive. Yeah.
Mark Smith, I was always a fan of Soy 7 and 8. Glad to see more bars. Yeah, okay. Cats and good coffee, lasagna and sweet dreams. Okay, fine, thank you. Mark Oleg, another great live stream. Enjoyed meeting Steph. Steph's a good guy. He's a good guy, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
He's got that great late night radio voice. You know, he should be introducing jazz songs and all of that. Let's see. So nice hearing from you, Mark. Ian Bound, the fuel is another illusion as well. Okay. So I'm going to say good night right now. I'll wait until Steph comes back anyway, and then we'll say good night together because I think 2 hours and 40 minutes is just about enough for my live stream. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 o'clock on the Steady Eddie live channel. Yes. Don't know what we're going to be talking about, but it's not necessarily a travel channel. Well, in the last hour or so, we haven't talked about channel on this one, but it's still been okay. But I'll be back tomorrow night, Steady Eddie live at 10 o'clock anyway. Tomorrow night, UK time. Yes? Okay?
And what will be the topic tomorrow, Eddie? What will be
I don't know. I haven't thought of it yet. I mean, we do all kinds of stuff on the other channel. Last week, I celebrated Clint Eastwood's 92nd birthday. We also talked a little bit about football and why should we care about football. I don't personally. We also talked about the royal family. You know, when the Queen's Jubilee was going. We talk about other stuff. Okay.
Yeah, what time is it?
Okay, Ian Bowden, enjoyed it, guys. See you soon. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. McLaren F1 race, nice. Thanks to everybody who's tuned into these live streams. Really.
Cheers, guys. You were very pleasant in the chat. It was
absolutely
fun.
Cats and good coffee. Edward Sweeney, microwavable lasagna or gourmet. Microwave, but then I put it in the oven, to be honest with you. Harold Bishop, Steph has a way with words, very funny. There you go.
No, I don't have. I'm not that funny. Most people hate me for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah.
William, thank you so much, Eddie and Steph. McLaren have one night, Steady and Steph. Lasagna at the nest on Sudana. Okay. I'm going to make this one the last one. Jay's great discussion tonight. Thank you. Okay. Thanks to everybody. Anyway, Steph, I'm going to time you out now. Anyway, it's great for you to come on. Anyway,
cheers, Eddie. Yeah, cheers.
Come on. And I'll be back tomorrow night. Steady Eddie live. Okay, 10 o'clock UK time. Who knows what we're going to be talking about?
I'm curious. Cheers.
It'll probably involve alcohol. Okay, yeah. Okay, all the best. Thanks for coming on, Steph. Thanks for coming on. Okay, so everybody, Cats and Good Coffee, McLaren F1, Mark Oleg, Yogi Bear. Cheers, guys. Thanks for a lovely evening. It's time for my late night supper of lasagna, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Steady Eddie live channel. All the best, guys. Cheers.